In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. I almost didn't make it. I crashed, man. I fell asleep, and I woke up not long ago. Probably, less than a half hour ago. Oh, man, it was so nice out. Look, it's so nice out today. It's beautiful. It's a perfect day. Just mowed the lawn yesterday, so the grass looks nice and fresh, and I couldn't help it. I went to the gym earlier today. I came back from the gym, and I couldn't help it. I had to go outside, and when I went outside, I said, you know what would really set this whole sitting outside thing off? You know what would really set it off? Oh, I do. I have it in my pocket. Never mind. This. Right there. That bad boy right there. I gotta stop with these, man. My mouth's gonna rot out. I'm gonna get cancer. I'm going to fuck myself up beyond repair. It's unbelievable. I went out. I got a cigar. I got one of my favorites, a Macanudo Flint Knoll. Loved it. But then afterwards, I come back inside, and I'm so sleepy. I had a Jack Daniel's Vanilla Coke. Have you had the pre-mixed ones? So I got one of those pre-mixed Jack Daniel's things. They have a variety pack, and I had one of those with the cigar. It went really well. And then I've never had one of these before, and I don't want you guys using the gay F word. It's not nice. I had a high noon. If you don't know what a high noon is a bitch drink. I had a cherry bitch drink. And then I came back. I had my nice big cigar. I had my Jack Daniels and Coke. I had my bitch drink, and I fell asleep. Not even intention. I did not even mean to fall asleep. I just was like, you know what? I'm going to turn something on TV. I had show prep done. Show prep is over. And then I finished the show prep. I turn something on. No, it went cigar and high noon, and then show prep. And then I went to watch something, and I laid down for a little bit. All of a sudden, I woke up. It's like 5:35, 5:40. And I had one of those naps where when you wake up from it, you don't remember what fucking day it is. I thought in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, I'm late for the morning show. I thought I'm getting up, I'm scrambling, I'm going to the bathroom, I'm putting shit in my hair, I'm splashing my face with water, and I'm like, oh man, I got to get going. The morning show is going to be late. Still Tuesday afternoon. Still Tuesday afternoon. So I woke up. I got my shit together. I got the stream set up. I got here. We're good to go. Not only that, I unplugged and plugged the router back in. You know, you're supposed to do that every month because I've had a couple of OBS crash outs the last couple of days. So I said, you know what? It's time to do the old unplug, plug back in, and we'll be out the door. We'll be good. All right, let's get started. People are saying I'm sun drunk. I mean, a little bit. A little bit. I feel way more like nicotine tobacco buzz than anything else, and a little sleep drunk. But yeah, holy shit, what a day! That's my what a day. By the way, a lot of people have different levels of what a day. Mine was morning show, gym, cigar, show prep, nap. That is all it takes for me to go, oh man. Oh, what a day. Just, woo. I lived like a tobacco cat. And I'm like, wow, that's just a little too much excitement for me for one day. Vadam starting us off tonight with $5. Says, my owner died. Check out this news story. Your owner died? You're a slave? I heard of this woman. I had no idea like what the deal was. I had no idea why she was so popular or whatever. The Fox lady. All right, we'll get to that in just a little bit. As usual for the evening show, I'm going to catch up with the chat here for a little bit. I'm still getting my bearings a little. Weird day. You guys went crazy last night. I appreciate it. 1:30 is the number for tonight. Thank you so much for that. I think we can put this to bed. And after tonight's show, I'm burning it. I am burning the Naked Twister book after the show tonight. If we knock out the goal, I'll film it. But some legacies must die. And that's one of them. Oh, man. Ryobi says, cigar, gay nap. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. April's Missing Orgasm says easily 4 to 5 drinks this afternoon. No, I'm 2 drinks, but that's probably most people's 6. I think I'm going to do the show tomorrow night, but I think I might celebrate tomorrow a chapter wrapping up. But I think I should still do a show. I don't think I should skip the show, or maybe just like come home and give you an update. I don't know. Oh boy, Toe is drunk again. First of all, again, I don't understand where the again would come in. Second of all, I am not drunk. I had 2 drinks and a cigar, and I got a little sleepy. All right, I got a little sleepy. I had to take a little cat nap after my cigar and 2 drinks. I'm feeling good. You know, what do they say? I'm feeling no pain. I wouldn't say I'm drunk. It's just I feel very, very good. Chad Buzamok, yes, I knew this was coming. This is why I didn't want to tell you guys. I had to tell you the truth. I had to shoot it to you straight. Chad Buzamok says, weren't you just complaining yesterday your voice was terrible and you decided a cigar would help? Always need something phallic in your mouth. That's not the case. I don't always need something phallic in my mouth. That's absolute horseshit. I gagged myself with a little bit of Sharpie. Don Juan says, most agates love high noon. How dare you? I've never been a rock. Doggo Doesn't Die says, high noon is horrible. April's Missing Orgasm. Bloody Marys, cherry seltzers. You are gay. Sometimes you look in the fridge. You got a little variety. I didn't have one of the peach seltzers. There was a kiwi seltzer in there. I didn't drink that one. There was also a Minnesota Gold, and I passed on that. And there was another Jack Coke vanilla can in there. So, I passed on a few items to try the high noon. It's only 100 calories, Let's go to Riding Dirty Llama says, hangover for the morning show tomorrow. No, I'm not going to have a hangover, for goodness sake. Chad Buzamok says, can't wait to see this amazing show prep to afford half a day nap and drink. It wasn't a half a day nap. I fell asleep for about 45 minutes. It was not even a 1 hour nap. Actually, can we have some video of my nap. I will show you that it was not there. I was not asleep all day. That it was not a long cat nap. Let's where'd it go? Here's the video. It recently uploaded, so you have to forgive me. Here it is. Here's me sleeping. Here's my nap. See, look how nice out it was. How are you supposed to? How are you? There I am. There. Just taking a nice siesta. Look, there I am. Just taking a nice siesta. What are you supposed to do? Look at me. Look, I'm out cold, man. Just dead to the world. Mosquito bites me. I don't even feel the damn thing. So, like I said, it was a little cat nap. I woke up and I was good to go. See, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. I did not take a half a day nap. Chad Buzamok says, better get another drink going for the show. When it's this nice out, it's hard not to go outside, sit on my deck, which, again, the goddamn weather will not cooperate. So I need 2 days of no rain. And I have, if I would have done it today, we got rain tomorrow, rain Thursday, rain Friday night. I take my daughter to Weird Al on Saturday, rain on Sunday. So next weekend, I don't get to stain my deck either. It desperately needs it. And I just can't find a 2-day stretch where I can keep the damn thing dry. Tolkien Studies says this naps are amazing and so satisfying. Yeah, but don't they scare the shit out of you a little bit. Like there's an element of scare the shit out of you where you wake up from the nap and you go, where the fuck am I? Where am I? What day is it? I had that today. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to get the morning show on in time. And then if you're dreaming in a different day, like if you're dreaming in the future or you're dreaming in the past, sometimes you'll wake up and it'll be that. You'll think it's that day. Loaded Wrench with $2 says, did you fall asleep or did you pass out? Shut up. Red Fox Mad with $9.99 says, Aaron, smoking cigars are as bad and dangerous as smoking cigarettes. All leads to cancer and bad health. Same with drinking alcohol. Aaron, you need to quit. Well, there's my intervention. The cigar, look, man, my cousin introduced me to cigars when I was 17, I think. And I have to say, I probably have 12 to 15 a year. And I think they say that like one cigar is equal to 12 cigarettes or something. So that's not, it's not a good thing. And, us cigar smokers, we go, well, you don't inhale them, as though that's somehow supposed to be better. It's just displacing everything in a more condensed area. You ever seen like, who was it? Roger Ebert? He had like the jaw cancer and everything. You can get that from chewing and from smoking cigars. It's bad. It's bad. April's Missing Orgasm says, sleep drunk, by the way. I think you're drunk from consuming alcohol. A lot of it. You know how much of even for me, that would be lightweight standards. 09 Canyon says, only way to save this is with an after dinner drink followed by a nightcap. Oh, just keep pouring booze into your system. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan. I was waiting for someone to say it. He goes, did this motherfucker say he had a premixed Jack and Coke? Have you never had one of those? So I had I got a 6-pack, a variety pack, cherry, regular, and vanilla of the premixed Jack and Cokes. And before that, I had gotten some premixed Zing Zang Bloody Mary cans. Those are terrible. You don't want those. Plus, they're like 10%. Holy shit, are those a ride. So yeah, I can't recommend. Just make them yourself. Riding Dirty Llama says, alcohol will dehydrate the heck out of you in this heat, Big Toe. Well, I got water. I've got an unsweetened iced tea. By the way, you have to be a genocidal maniac to drink unsweetened iced tea. You really have to be Pol Pot, and here I am. I got this, and I take some the lemon juice, and I put some lemon juice in there with some ice cubes, and I stir it up. That really is a good sign that you're a Nazi, I think. Power Windows says, I just his of my 10-hour shift at the machine shop, you fucking princess. Sorry. I'm sorry. Taste Fairy says, it looks like she was bullied by animal activists who didn't like the way she ran her shelter. All right, we will get to that in just a second. Tolkien Studies says, burn it live. I'm going to burn Naked Twister. Oh, you want me to do it live? Well, I mean, I guess I could do it on my phone. I could burn Naked Twister, but I can't. I'm not going to do it in my house. Again, if we hit the goal tonight, fuck it. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. 09 Canyon says, yeah, right. He's tucking that book under his pillow. I'm not. Sam Show says, 2 drinks. You broke your record. That's not a record. That's not a record for me. Numero Uno says, film yourself doing 20 push-ups. No, because if I film myself doing 20 legit push-ups, this is going to be the comment section. Fourth one didn't count and the 9th one didn't count. You still owe us 2 more push-ups, Toe. And I gotta tell you, I'm not going to open myself up to your horse shit. You film yourself doing 20 push-ups. I'm not saying I would do it then. I'm saying you do it. You fucking gay guy. Professor Tie-Dye says, Aaron is proving no one loves a drunky chunky. It's not nice. It's not nice at all. That is not nice. Chad Buzamok says, go grab one now. Which one? What would I have to grab? Riding Dirty Llama. Oh, yeah? Stand on one foot, close your eyes, and touch your nose for us, please. See, that's what I'm talking about. You guys do that. You're like, do this, do that, do this, do that. No. And why? Because I don't fucking have to. Tolkien Studies says, oh, Weird Al concert. He's awesome live. I'm really excited. And now my daughter's decided that she doesn't want me to drive back after the show at night. She wants to stay in a hotel. And then beforehand, she wants a hotel that has a pool and the whole thing. So Treasure Island is completely sold out. So I'll have to find somewhere nearby so she can go swimming before the concert. Tolkien Study says that's true. Taking a nap is basically the movie Inception. It takes a minute or two. It really does. Tolkien Studies also says, yeah, but you don't inhale cigar. It doesn't matter. It still gets you. It's a cigar will get you if you smoke enough of them. Chad Buzamok says, don't listen to him. Go grab a cold one for the night show. Let's get wild. Pick me up a little bit, right? 09 Canyon, Four Loko is on sale. Go grab a couple. I've never had one of those Four Lokos. I don't intend to try now. Numero Uno, Josh Denny fan with $2 says 15 minutes about taking a nap, having some drinks and a cigar in the middle of a weekday. Time to change the show name. Why, Ike? Whatever do you mean? Mr. Digress with $1.99 says, be a real man and show us 10 push-ups. No, because if I show you 10 push-ups, you're going to go 7 and 9, don't count. Ivana Tinkle says, $100 for a video of you cleaning the shower. Deal? First of all, I regularly clean my shower, so I don't think you'd get much out of that video. Number 2, don't forget, you're the one who asked. You asked me for a shower clean. You asked a grown man for a shower cleaning video. That doesn't make me look bad. That raises questions about you. Numero Uno says, you do the push-ups and I'll post daily cardio videos every day for a month. You see, but here's our disconnect. I don't need those. I don't need to see you do cardio every day. That's the difference between you and I. I don't need to see you do cardio every day. Therefore, there is no benefit to me doing this. Numero Uno says, okay, you Judas down 8 push-ups. Again, I can't make this any more clear. There's no reason, there's no benefit for me to do that. I'm sorry. Riding Dirty Llama says, unsweetened iced tea is awesome. I do the sun tea method and add a couple flavored hot tea bags in it. I prefer Lipton and Celestial Seasoning Country Peach. You understand we cannot have this conversation without everybody in the chat typing the gay F word in all caps. We can't. Hey, guys, would you... Watch, let me test it out for you. Hey, guys, would you like to have a nice conversation about the benefits of unsweetened tea and what kind of drops and flavorings you put in it? Already someone in the chat says fag. See, we're not going to be able to this isn't going to be a productive conversation, is what I'm saying to you. Fuck sweet tea, the gay F word in all caps, the gay F word in all lowercase letters. And then Ryobi says unsweetened rules. You know, that's a brave take in this room. 09 says sun tea is good and fun to make. All right, so you know what? A little more debate on the unsweetened tea thing than I thought. Hulkamash says, sounds good. Maybe tea will help you drop some weight, lard ass. See, that's not. Again, you and I, we're going to have a conversation on what constitutes productive discussions here on this program. I don't think I want to check my text messages. Ryan the Garbage Man, what the fuck is the matter with you? You don't know how to measure? Like my dick? I don't understand what I don't know how to measure. At any rate, look, we're almost caught up with the chat here. When we do, we'll get this whole thing started. Brocephus, the Negromancer, says, so you can't even do 5 push-ups? What effect? See, I'm not doing this. This is the game I'm too smart to play with you people. Is that I go, there's no reason for me to do 20 push-ups. There's no reason for me to do 10. There's nothing. There is no reason for me to do it. There's no victory. It's not like, could I stand right here, put a camera on me, do the 20 push-ups, look great doing them? Yup, sure could. Would you ever admit it? Now, be careful how you answer. The only way you have a prayer in the next 20 years of seeing me do a 20 push-ups video is if you answer that question correctly and honestly. Answer it honestly. If I laid down right there and I gave you 20 primo push-ups, would you ever admit in the comment section or here after the show that I nailed it? Would you? Would you? If you answer honestly, you might have a chance someday. Don't do that reverse psychology shit. Oh, I understand. Aaron just can't do push-ups. Aaron can do all the push-ups in the world. All the push-ups in the world. And I would never get any credit. No, I would just continue to call you fat and gay. See, at least that guy is honest. At least McBuster says you nailed it. I know I nailed it. It is insulting for any of you to think that I'm not 10 steps ahead of where you're at. I'm fucking insulted. Numero uno with $2 says this is a Zumakian excuse to, oh, don't you fucking. Now we know the truth is you can't do it. I'm not going to play your Jewish games. Numero uno. Craig Duckling with $2. You just sound like a fag. Mark with $5. Am I going to rush home claiming a win for the toe? No, we all kind of know what's going to happen. I mean, it all got kind of laid out in the last hearing. There's a few variables that could go one way or the other. I'm ready for either one of them. I kind of got the lay of the land yesterday from Todd, and we're just you got to go through one last uncomfortable hearing, and then done, over with, and you move on with your life from the most disgraceful era that you've ever lived through. And then sunshine. You walk out those doors, the sunshine hits you, life is good. Red Fox Mad with $9.99. Oh, guys, here we go. Nicotine in cigars constricts blood vessels, impairing blood flow to the penis and other organs. Oh, no, my dick's not going to work. Including the testes. This reduced blood flow is a significant factor in erectile dysfunction. Oh, my God, I've got to stop smoking cigars while my dick still works. Holy shit. You know what? That might be the scared straight moment. If you keep smoking cigars, your dick's not going to work. Well, I would really like that particular part of my body to function just fine. Thank you very much, Red Fox Mad, for that, for shooting me straight. Das Optic Nerve with $1 says that shirt is fading almost as fast as that hairline. First of all, the hairline has been fading for over 20 years. So it's actually fading remarkably slowly. Tolkien says, I heard about the hearing. You'll be fine. Just be confident and keep quiet. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I know the lay of the land. I know what's happening tomorrow. Not a lot of surprises. It's pretty straightforward. Like Todd told me yesterday, he goes, look, if there were any surprises or anything weird or changed coming up tomorrow, I would have let you, or Wednesday, I would have let you know. So we're all set to go on that front. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan with $2. Does SP know about this Macanudo fella? Not a lot of complaints about the cigars, I don't think. You know? Not a lot of complaints about the cigars. Chad Buzamok says, it's okay. You can still suck dicks without yours working. You'll be fine. Keep smoking. Thank you. I appreciate it. Fucking assholes. You know what it is? Let me tell you what this is. This is what you call a loyal fan base. You love me. You can't admit it. If you admit it, it gets gay. The only way this audience is ever going to say, we love you, we just like busting your balls, whatever, is going to be if I announce I have like terminal cancer and I'm going to die in 6 days. And you know what? You would, in the same comment where you said, I love your show, you're great, I really hope for the best for you, you'd call me Cancer Boy at the end. So see, look, gay, fag, gay, everything gay. Sam Show, gay, cope. No matter what, I can't win. I think I do prefer the unsweetened iced tea. It's really growing on me. All right, can we get started? You guys have been very funny here today. But we should get started. Puzamok says, as usual, Aaron wants men to admit they love him. Gay. Angelica's doll says, love the Vikings cup. Oh, thank you. I got 2 of these for Father's Day and a Vikings magnet and a bunch of handmade cards from the kids. This was one of my Father's Day gifts. They know they can get dad golf stuff, Viking stuff, or what's the other thing? Holy shit. I've had too many cigars in my life. I've forgotten. Viking stuff, golf stuff. Holy shit, I can't remember the third one. Can't remember. Chev Maddox says, love is a strong word. I just find you entertaining and informative. Now, nobody call him gay. That was a nice thing for him to write. He said, I find you entertaining and informative. That is sweet. And the rest of you find me that way too. I am the most relatable, down to earth, even though I'm better than you. Most humble, even though I belong in a better place than with you people. And I am the most easygoing of the hosts that you know. Don't call that Chevmatic gay. Ryobi says, cancer merchant, just throwing cigars at me. Oh, all right. I'm just scrolling through. Tolkien says, I do like the Vikings. I taught a course on them in Minnesota, is where all the good scholars are. Well, you could have fooled. They're not in our legislature. That's for sure. Nicole says, Chevmatic is very brave to say that on Pride Month. See, it's gay. He's gay. Gray Duckling with $2 says, guesses on the space from brow to peak. My guess is 6 3/8 inches. I will measure, okay, once we hit the goal tonight, I will measure from eyebrow to corner. And we'll get a number on size of forehead, if you'd like. All right, thank you guys very much. You've been generous here to start the program in the first 25 minutes or so. 105 is our number for tonight. Thank you very much. All the links are in the chat. Thank you. Some of those gifted memberships are always fun. They help the channel grow. And we appreciate them. Also in my texts, I'm getting people telling me that I should mix my own drinks. The canned ones are gay. Blah, blah. I figured as much. Okay, let's do this Michaela Raines thing. Because this is, just about when I was going down for a nap. This is kind of getting to be a big story. So I kind of missed it in the last hour. Vidam sent this one in. Tape measures only stretch 25 feet, so no point of hitting the goal for a measurement. I get it. I see what you did there. It's my forehead is comically tall. It's comically large. It's over 25 feet. If you know what else I should do? I should measure from eyebrow. Einstein couldn't tie his tie in the mirror. I should measure from eyebrow to corner and then eyebrow to chin, and because I think my forehead might be bigger than the rest of my face. We'll see. $105 away from doing that on the program here. Okay, off we go. Let's. So Michaela Raines is the founder of Save a Fox Rescue, some kind of fox rescue thing, and she's dead. She died, and it's become a viral story today.
Hey guys, it's Michaela and Finny with Save a Fox.
An animal rescuer popular on social media has
too.
died by suicide.
Oh, Jesus. She's cute too. Not that if she was ugly, it would be okay that she would. That's not what I'm not saying like, wow, she was fat. It's just very sad.
Michaela Raines founded Save a Fox and garnered more than 2 million subscribers on YouTube with her activism. Her husband,
I gotta start saving animals.
And Ethan let her community know in a tearful Instagram video.
She couldn't bear what she was feeling any longer.
The fuck happened?
And she ended her life. And it breaks my heart.
Ethan says Michaela suffered from depression and other mental illnesses. He also said she was on the autism spectrum. Despite her work rescuing foxes from fur farms, her husband says she was subject to bullying online.
You all deserve to die. People bullied her? Why? What the fuck is wrong with you that you would bully a lovely 29-year-old woman who rescues foxes? Like, is like the shit I say about the internet starting to take hold for some of you at all, or is it still in one ear out the other? That people who live to go online and just shit on people are some of the most miserable, fucking depressed people in the world. And they just don't have the guts to, I mean, I can't imagine a life less worth living than one who just bullies people on the internet. Now, on the flip side of that, I cannot tell these fucking content creators enough. Stop living for validation online. Do you think I care if any of these fucking people like me? Half of them hope I go to fucking jail tomorrow. Half of them are, and not even for like a mean reason. Half of them are like, give me something to read about and talk about. They're sociopaths. Stop living for the affirmation of sociopaths. Have a life. Have people, have friends, have family, have all of that. I have them. It's great. You're going to love it. And then keep that life separate from the internet thing. Don't live for the thoughts and feelings of these fucking strangers on the internet. Because let me tell you something. You don't even have to do anything wrong. They could have had a bad day. You know how they say shit rolls downhill? Most of these people are low end of the totem pole at their work. They're low end of the totem pole in their family. And all they do is get shit on all day long. So when they turn on their computer or go on their phone, they retreat into a world of, hey, let me find somebody I can shit on. That's the game. Just learn the game and you'll learn to pity these people and laugh at them. I hope we get to a point where people don't take these fucking retards so seriously that they end their lives. That is so... I mean, to give people that much of your energy is fucking tragic. I feel so bad for this lady.
He also says lately she was being criticized by people who she considered to be friends.
And she was so sensitive to everything, which is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it allowed her endless empathy for those in her care, but it also means that she took everything negative to heart.
Ethan vows to
empathy is great for the people you care about and who care about you. Honestly, everyone else, like when it comes to the internet, fuck them. Fuck them. These are not people you're in a relationship with. These are not people you're in a family with. Fuck them. Quit trying so hard. It's a zero-sum game.
Continue Michaela's work rescuing animals in need, as well as bringing up their daughter, Freya.
No, she had a kid. God damn it. Like, I wish there was a way that Trump could nuke the internet. Like, I wish there was a way that, like, we could find the people who were part of this group of people that went after this Michaela Raines, and I wish we could remove their internet use for the rest of their life. I wish we could take it away. We could just say, hey, it's kind of like a car. You drive a car, you kill people with your car. We take your license away. You don't get to drive anymore. You drive drunk too many times, you're a danger. We got to take it away. There needs to be internet access licenses because people like this Michaela don't deserve, what's her name? Michaela Raines, the Fox rescue lady. They don't deserve this kind of an ending at the hands of retards who don't matter. And the only reason they're giving Michaela Raines shit is because they have zero power at work. They have zero power in their lives. Shit rolls downhill. God damn.
To be the kind person her mother was. Michaela Raines was 29 years old. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health challenges...
What could she have done with the Fox thing that would have caused people to bully her online? What the fuck was the Fox lady doing that you felt, well, there's my target. There's who I have to go after. The Fox lady. That'll set the world right. That'll set the rest of the world right on its axis if I bully the Fox lady. PETA people. Oh, people are saying PETA people did it. Fuck you, dude, says she couldn't bear it. Get it? Like the animal. Stop it. Stop it. Rocco says she was a foxy lady. Oh, by the way, Rocco, I will tell you this. You were absolutely... I don't think anybody called the Israel-Iran thing more perfectly than Rocco did, and we've got more news stories today. We have a CNN report that the White House is pissed off at that kind of, again, informs Rocco's point that this whole strike we did on Iran was performative. The ceasefire was performative. It's all bullshit, and Israel's calling the shots. More stuff that I don't even think Rocco knows how right he is. My Lost Interest says, this is how you start the show with a hot chick dog lover. No, it was sent in by Vidam. We started the show talking about how I have terrible taste in beverages and how I'm going to die from mouth cancer. Chad Buzamok says they may be using bully loosely. I mean, we torment you daily and you haven't offed yourself yet. Don't write yet. Don't write yet. There's no yet. I'm not going to. I can't value anything. And like, you guys are my fans. And I don't value what you say enough to let it affect my day-to-day. So imagine how little people who don't like me, how little their opinion matters to me. But I'm not one of those people who says that, like, this Michaela Raines chick is like, oh, man, she should have thicker skin, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it would be nice if people did. I wish she wouldn't let that shit get to her. But some people do. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan with $2 says, didn't you bully a lady on the radio? Let's see some push-ups, queer. No, in fact, that's what bothers me about the weak fucking pussy media in Minnesota. That chick went after us. We went back after her. We were having a fun radio back and forth until some pussy in Seattle decided that she was going to white knight for this Iowa chick and cuts like 6 minutes of our rants out of context and goes, oh, isn't he a bully? Ugh. Puh, fucking pussies. I mean, just the softness of our culture bully? No. We were having fun. Everybody in Seattle, that soft fucking rainy city, leave us alone. We were having a good time. We could have kept that going for a while. She's my friend. And I either fucking get a thick skin or get the fuck off the radio. And she had a thick skin. She could take it. We had her former co-host Fish on the show a long time ago. And Fish said she was fine. She didn't think anything of it. She didn't care. But as soon as she started getting attention, as soon as you got her some media attention, then all of a sudden, woe is me. Oh, I feel so bullied. Oh, I'm one of the brave ones. Everyone else. Fish said she was so performative. She was such a fucking actress about it. It was disgusting. It kind of led to him leaving that radio station. He was like, it was all just so cringe to watch. She wanted to have the radio fight. She wanted to have the war. She was calling our audience a bunch of basement dwellers. We're doing a show in our mom's basement, the whole thing. I do a show in my own basement. Thank you. But it's just like she was, first of all, that Heather Lee, that she was a fucking coward. She was a chicken shit and she was a phony, 100%. But the chick in Seattle was even more dishonest. I appreciated that her co-host Fish actually had a set of balls and he went, no, we didn't care at all about anything you said. We know how radio works. She just rolled with it because she thought she was going to become a star because of it and be Miss Anti-Bullying. She's as phony as they come. As phony as they come. She was having fun going back and forth with the toe. She was into the toe. Numero uno with $2 says, was this rant part of the epiphany or not? No, the epiphany is something completely unrelated to this. The epiphany's different, buddy. Don't worry. Chef Maddox says it with $1, says, I'm from Seattle. Who was it that called you out? Some black lady. That's all I got. It's some black lady called me out. $2 from Gray Duckling says, cut your bun off. It's his fault. Oh, for goodness sake, let's eat some cake. Come on now. Come on now. Nova says, you think these people are your fans? Oh, yeah, they're my pals. These guys are all my pals. All my pals. Aaron once again hating on Iowa and Rock 1033. Not Rock 103, Laser 1033. Laser. If Dr. Fraser Crane, it was, yeah, Rocco says it was actually, yeah, the radio guy was Dr. Fraser Crane who called me out in Seattle. That son of a bitch. I'll never forgive him. I'll never forgive him. Nova, by the way, I don't know what I did to trigger the fuck out of you, buddy, but you took a hard turn on the old toe. For whatever I did that hurt you, I apologize. I cause a lot of people hurt and they lash out. Usually it's like, I fucking hate you. I'm out of here. When you keep coming back for more, that's how I know I did something. I touched something in here and I apologize. That was never my intention. I don't really think about you, Nova, but I hurt you and I apologize. $4.99 from Red Fox Mad. Says, don't worry, Aaron, we still love you when your penis shrinks and your penis can't get hard and your testicles don't work anymore. First of all, that's not a problem. And if that really is a problem caused by cigars, I think it's time to stop now, Mac. I think we should probably call it a day on the cigars. $100 even away from today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mikey Two Milks. He says it was, hey, it's Tori on TikTok. That was it. Hey, it's Tori on TikTok. Rocco says, Aaron, have you pressed your suit yet, bro? I got that shit all dry, cleaned and everything, like right after the plea deal was done. Are you kidding? I had my outfit picked out. Doggo doesn't die. Oh, no, don't. Nova's going to respond now, guys. He's gonna fight back. Doggo doesn't die says, Nova, show us on the doll where the toe touched you. I think he wanted me on his show once. There was a bit, I can't remember what the big news thing was, but he wanted me on the show. He kept calling me. He called me like 3 times. I wasn't going to talk about this, but Nova just got so butthurt. He called me like 3 times in a row and I didn't answer. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking do, I do my show and then I'm fucking off. I'm done. And I think Nova was upset that I didn't go on his stream that he was doing. I was supposed to be his big get and I didn't go on. And, you know, internet people are weird. You know, when you do too much interneting, a guy not answering your call, that can be your big, yeah, well, fuck that guy moment. So I get it. Chad Buzamok says blue wedding suit for court. No, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going red, or I might go like a charcoal shirt with it. I got some combinations I got to try out. I got a lot of options. The whole closet is at my disposal. We'll see how I come out of it. Power Windows, at least he can admit it. At least he can admit it. He says, gotta be gay here. Aaron can rock a suit well. Aaron looks fucking fantastic. I'm going to look like $1 million tomorrow, too. I'll be the best dressed motherfucker in there. Rocco says, make sure you splash on some Old Spice. It's not Old Spice. It's, oh, God, I can't remember what the brand is. But I'll smell nice, too. Go with the black. Don't do red, dude. Chad Buzamok says, you said you just had it. You just said you had it picked out. I know, but I'm still waffling a little bit in my head. I have the one picked out but I might mix and match a little bit. I haven't decided if I'm just going to go uniform or if I might fuck around a little bit. Hulkamasha Baby says, any retard can look good in fitting clothes. Yeah, but you know which retard looks the best? This retard. Thank you very much. The guy at the suit place knows me. He's very nice every time I come in there. And if I come in there wearing anything nice, he always has to fuck with it and fix it a little bit because I'm not doing it quite right to his liking. Oh, well. All right, $100 away from knocking it out today. I have to make a confession. You guys have been very fun so far. Holy shit, we're almost done with an hour. Jesus, let's be honest, I really haven't done shit tonight. Thank you very much for your generosity. Even hundo, and when we knock out that hundo, what am I doing? I'm going live, and I'm burning Naked Twister, and I'm measuring my forehead I can do on this stream here. Ryan the Garbage Man says blue suit and yellow tie. Do I have a yellow? Yellow's not really a big color for me. I'm not a yellow guy. I don't think I have a yellow tie. Oodles of Toodles says, after sentence lunch meetup at Stoney's. I got a couple things that I'm thinking of doing after we're all done. I got a few people that maybe want to do some things. We'll see. I'll be honest. I'm just happy that it's all coming to an end. You know? I'm just I'm just glad that it's all coming to an end and tomorrow seems pretty straightforward. You know? I'll tell you this. You ever find yourself in trouble, don't skimp on the attorney. Pay for a real good attorney. They take care of everything. They make sure it all goes smooth. Could not be happier. You can film your fat ass changing a tire, but you can't burn a book. I'm not going to burn a book in my house. I'm not going to start a fire in my home. Fuck you, dude, says, I refuse to believe you own a tape measure. Well, fucking hit the goal tonight and we'll find out, I guess. My Lost Interest says, we're happy for you. Aw, thank you. That's really sweet and gay. And I appreciate it. No, Power Windows, not for probably 2 years. Probably not for 2 well, but for the rest of my life, for me. If you ask me, for the rest of my life. It will all be addressed in my officially written speech for tomorrow. It will be read in. I'll read it into the record and you'll be able to gloss over it. All right, let's go into it. Rocco does not realize how right he was about all of this Donald Trump stuff. Did you know that Donald Trump got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize this morning and also lost his nomination on the same day? It might be the first time it's ever happened. Yes. Congratulations to President Trump. He might be the only guy to be nominated and lose his nomination in the same day because, and I'm quoting Donald Trump, Iran and Israel don't know what the fuck they're doing. So they talk in this article about Barack Obama winning, That has meant multiple Peace Prize nominations for Donald Trump, despite his routinely belligerent persona. I'm guessing The Intelligencer is not a right-wing publication. Since anybody can nominate a potential recipient by letter to the Nobel Committee, they are easy to come by. Listen to that. Yeah, this whole article is just going to be downplaying getting nominated. Trump was nominated in 2018 and 2020 for various initiatives, 3 times in 2021, twice for the so-called Abraham Accords between Israel and several Gulf countries. And that worked out great, by the way. And several Gulf countries, and once for a trade deal between Serbia and Kosovo. He helped broker. And another time in 2024 for the same purported accomplishments. But this morning, he was nominated for brokering the ceasefire between Iran and Israel. Representative Buddy Carter nominated him to the Nobel board. And then this morning, also before we even got to lunch, he had to then revoke his nomination. As we know, it all went to shit. It all went to shit, unfortunately. Mad Max Mardigan says, Aaron, I've been smoking cigars for over 20 years. I've never had any problems. However, I'm a straight man who still has sex with a woman at least 3 times a week. But what am I, chopped liver? Not saying I want to have sex with you. Angelica's doll says, you and SP go out and celebrate you being done with court tomorrow. It'll be worth it. Take Thursday off. You know, I've thought about taking Thursday off. I don't know if it'll be necessary, though. You know, like I don't plan on going out and just getting fucking shit-faced. You know, I think I'll probably just want to be around, you know, people I love and just, you know, sit back. It'll be a weird feeling to not have this over my head. It'll be really, I think I said that after the sentencing, or not the sentencing, the plea deal. I was like, we really are bringing this thing in for a landing. It's almost over. We just got the sentencing left. And it's still weird. You know, even, you know, talking to Todd and him saying, no, we're all good for tomorrow. Everything's all set. If there was anything unexpected, I would have told you by now. We're all good to go. It's hard to accept because there's been a lot of fuckery and a lot of weirdness and a lot of obsession. Like to hear that it's all just, you know, go out with a whimper. Fuck. You know, it's an odd feeling. I don't think I'll really fully embrace it until it's all over. So it's kind of like you still got a week left of school, so you can't really see summer vacation quite yet, but it's a lot closer than you think. 100 away from today and me measuring my forehead. That's what I have to look forward to. Oh, hey, great news on the golf tournament front. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have not even started soliciting outside of the show sponsorships for holes for the golf tournament, and already 8 of the 18 holes are sponsored. It's fucking insane. I think we've got 30 people ready to go. Right now, I'm setting the number at 50 for the tournament, but if we go over that, we can always add more tee times. So get your tickets, but if you can't get them now, if you got to wait until, you know, next month sometime, there will be room for you. I promise. Eventbrite.com. My Lost Interest says, just to be safe, take a couple of cartons of cigarettes with you to court. I'll make sure. I don't think you're allowed to bring it in with you, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, maybe I should go. Is there still time to go golfing tomorrow? I could probably catch a what do they call it? Twilight hours. But then I don't know if I'd be able to get back here to you guys. Maybe I could stream myself golfing. Maybe that's what we'll do tomorrow. Ooh, there's an interesting idea. Do court, bring golf clothes and everything. And then stream my round of golf. That could be fun. Nicole says, how much is a hole sponsorship? $150 per hole. With that, you get the yard sign at the hole. You can represent yourself or have someone go out and represent you at that hole, and you get 2 passes into the tournament. 2 passes into the tournament. Email me for more details, aaronimholtradio@gmail.com. We don't need to do this St. Cloud story. We'll do that tomorrow. I did think this was a funny story given, you know, what we're going into tomorrow. This happened in Minneapolis. A guy showed up for his sentencing hearing, and this is a no-no. I know not to do this. Deputies are now searching for a convict who ran out of the courtroom in Minneapolis today during his sentencing hearing. He just took off. There he is. They've even got a still shot. That's him. They always have to take their shirt off. I don't know why. I don't know if they think it makes them more aerodynamic. I don't know if they think they're going to be slipperier or what it is. But he ripped the shirt off and he took out of there and he got away. Like, he got away. We always say, hey, why are you running away? They're going to catch you. They didn't catch him. They're still looking for him. His name's Jarrell Valdez Martin. I'm guessing he got sentenced to a lot of jail time, and it was like, got nothing to lose, might as well run. In court, Martin was sentenced to 5 years behind bars on a weapons possession conviction. Court documents show Martin was accused of stealing a box of hollow point bullets from a Fleet Farm in Brooklyn Park. Martin has past convictions for aggravated robbery and being a felon in possession of a firearm. You see what it takes? This is why people who go, I hope the child goes to jail. Do you know what it takes to go to fucking jail in Minnesota? Like, I'm not even talking prison. I'm talking like 364 days and under jail in Minnesota. And even when they sent, like, I've been in court when guys have been sentenced for like their 4th or 5th DWI. Last guy I saw get jail time, he had 4 DUIs. And he had his 4th DUI, and he got 30 days. 30 days in county, and he got to serve them on weekends. So he still got to work. He would go in Friday. He would get let out Sunday, and you do that 10 times, and you got your 30 days served. Like Minnesota, it's really, really hard to go to jail. I mean, and this guy, he got 5 years. He had aggravated robbery, felon in possession of a firearm, felonies committed before that, stealing bullets, like all of that. They still gave him 5 years for a weapons possession conviction on top of all that, and he would have been out in 2. So Minnesota, it's fucking it's really hard to go to jail in Minnesota. We just, gosh darn it, we all just believe in second chances out here, aren't we? Aren't we just a bunch of Swedes? Aren't we just a bunch of Scandinavians? Yeah, dude got away. He ran from a 5-year sentence. What a retard they said. I don't know. Like, when you're thinking, when you're living for tomorrow, or I'm sorry, when you're not living for tomorrow, you're just living for right now, and you hear 5 years, you go, oh my God, 5 years, that's forever. Boom, and you just take off. Like, this isn't a guy who thinks ahead. This isn't a guy who thinks, long term. Rocco says, Aaron, if the judge gives you some shit, don't try and jump over the judge bench to get her. They don't like that. No, I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm not going to do anything like that. Yeah, John Domingo, I will say this. It is a little obsessive. It is a little weird, but let him waste his money, If you love me that much. Again, these are people I've harmed in some way, like mentally. I've really gotten in there. We got Carmelo. Speaking of court news, you guys heard about the Karmelo Anthony thing today? Oh, my God. Karmelo Anthony, they're not buying the self-defense thing. A grand jury today charged the teenager who stabbed the 17-year-old at that track meet in April. He's been charged with first-degree murder. They're going the whole way. Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis announced the news today that Karmelo Anthony, they do not believe it was self-defense. In fact, people have said that there is a video of the episode, the incident, and that everyone who's seen the video, they can't release it publicly yet, but everyone who's seen it has said that there was absolutely, it's absolutely not self-defense. Like, there is no struggle. There is no fight. It's just, people walk up to him, tell him to leave. He just stabs a motherfucker. And got him like Dexter, too. Apparently, it was one stab and just killed him. Stopped him cold with one, got him right in the heart, they said. And he was gone almost instantly. Optics sending a text, says, I hope tomorrow works out for you. Seems like it's just procedure. Just about. They just, look, man, the system wants to clear these fucking cases. They just want to give, I will say a lot of us with our exposure whether it's my case or whether it's other cases, everyone has this grandiose idea, and I did too. Everyone has this grandiose idea of like what happens with court or what happens with the criminal process and everything else. You have these ideas of what's going to happen, and it's not like that. I mean, it's very businesslike. It's very, here's what we have. Here's the thing. Here's what the thing says we should do. All right, let's move on to the next. Everyone who's involved in this process thinks that they're the only ones going through it. They have a full day of shit that they have to clear out. The system does not have time to, make everything a fucking Law and Order SVU episode. And there's no like magic words. There's no like, oh, you can do this and that, and then it'll work like this. No, it's all pretty much, it's pretty IKEA. It's pretty made to assemble and put together and move along the assembly line, Because we thought it was like this, I thought it was this magic word. I thought I had all these magic tricks and everything. Like, hey, like number one, the photo doesn't fucking exist. Nobody can produce the fucking photo. And they go, yeah, that doesn't matter. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Well, Gino says it did. Well, Gino isn't fucking testifying, therefore the picture doesn't fucking exist. And they go, yeah, that's why they're offering you a deal. Oh, okay. Understandable. So it's very assembly line. It's very just like, all right, we do this, now we do this, now we do this. Those moments where you think that you're going to have that Mariska Hargitay or Sam Waterston in the courtroom. Those don't exist. Those aren't real. Remember the George Floyd trial? Everyone was like, oh my God, this is going to be a mistrial because they did this and they did that. There was never going to be a fucking mistrial. All right. They were ready to go step by step by step by step by step. There we go. That's it. Taste Fairy Ialto says Dexter survived though, apparently. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that they're making Dexter Resurrection? Basically, I've been calling it Dexter Does New York. They're bringing fucking Dexter back after his son shot him through the heart in the last series they did. And apparently he survived the whole being shot in the heart thing. And he somehow escaped. And now he's in New York City. And he's just going to go stab crazy. He's going to be stabbing people and killing people in New York City. Isn't it great? I can't wait till we get the Christmas special, Dexter in Hawaii. Should be great. I mean, it's just, I didn't even think there was any more milk left in the fucking, the Dexter brand, but they're still squeezing the tit. John Domingo says first degree means premeditated. I think it should have been second degree. Maybe, but I guess what they're thinking is he went to the track meet with a knife and then went in there and went and sat with those guys. So that might be why they're going first degree. Or that, well, I mean, you saw it in my case. They maybe charged him with more so they can get him to plead to less. I believe in my case that the felony came just as a cudgel to make sure I said yes to the misdemeanor. I mean, that wouldn't be the first time that's happened in a court of law. You don't charge someone with the thing you want to get them on. You gotta, unfortunate. And that doesn't mean anyone in the system is bad. That's just the way the system is. That's the way it is everywhere. That's the way it is all over the place, is they overcharge, scare the shit out of you, plead to this, walk away, call it a day. It's deal making 101. Let's go in. Okay, so we do have the DA announcing the charges for Karmelo Anthony, who killed Austin Metcalf. Here he is.
Good afternoon. Earlier this spring, our community was shaken by what happened at a school track meet in Frisco. The violent loss of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. For weeks now, my team has been presenting evidence to the grand jury, and today I summarized that evidence, and I asked the grand jury to return
also, this is a great time to point this out, too. All the lawyers on TV, and they're all, Richard Gere and Primal Fear. Yeah, they don't exist. Like, the really good attorneys they're not even all Johnny Cochran, They're this guy. I thought, like, when I met Todd, I'm like, Todd's like one of the most premier defense attorneys, criminal defense attorneys in Minnesota. And you're like, oh my God, is he going to be like, Jim Carrey, well, not Jim Carrey and Liar Liar, but like this charismatic, and they're just really smart guys who know how this system works. They've developed relationships. They know how to, get the wheels moving and everything else. They're really more clinical. You have this idea from watching TV and movies that it's going to be, we're going to, big cigar smoking guy. We're going to take care of this and we're going to do that. And it's way more calculated. And like I said, clinical than that. Most of your surgeons are not Stephen Strange. Most of your doctors and surgeons are really more Rain Man than anything else. Let's continue hearing this guy out.
First-degree murder indictment against Karmelo Anthony, which they did. With this indictment, the case now moves formally into the court system. From this point forward, we'll continue doing our job both fully and fairly to pursue justice under the law.
This guy's just kind of a bump on the log.
That will be up to the court. But when the time comes, we will be ready.
See, like he's just kind of a bump on a log, and you think, well, he's not much. He's fucking district attorney out there. He's a bigwig. But he's just kind of a fucking, just a boring guy, just kind of a schlub. Red Fox Mad, thank you very much for the $4.99. Dan Vicious with $5 says, I'm in Wisconsin. My brother's girlfriend has severe mental issues. The county and court won't do anything to actually get her help. Not enough, making his life hell. Yeah, the system is, the system is the system. It is kind of what you hear about. It's not the TV. It's not the movies or anything like that. It's like I said, it's an assembly line. It's very cut and dry. And they don't really fucking care what you think about it. Veldrain with $1 says Karmelo was not not only in the wrong area, but he was looking through stuff that didn't belong to him. He got caught, then predictably went into Ooga Booga rage mode and stabbed Metcalf. Tolkien Studies says, nice Doctor Strange reference. You're welcome. Thank you for appreciating a nice Doctor Strange reference. And thank you guys. Oh my God. No, that was a couple of $5 drops. I apologize. I don't want to miscount on you. $90 away. $90 away from today's goal. Thank you very, very much. $90 away from knocking it out. All right, so the first few clips we have today on the show. The first few, oh God, oh shit, I just lost, oh motherfucker. God damn it, I just fucked it up. Now where did it go? I had a thing here with, I had a couple of, what's his name? Nick Fuentes clips. And then I had a couple of more. I had a couple of more of the CNN report, and now I don't know where the fuck it went. Where's the... Oh, there we go. I was on the wrong tab. I'm sitting here I'm hitting back. I'm hitting forward. I'm trying to find the fucking thing. Wouldn't you know it? I was just on the wrong thing. Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says this woman got $600,000 for a guy that sent out pictures. All right, Red Fox Mad, we got it. That doesn't have anything to do with my thing. Sorry, buddy. $90 away from today. Thank you very, very much. All right, here we go. I've got the CNN story now. So Rocco was telling us, he's like, this whole thing is performative. Even America bombing Iran is performative. It's all horse shit, you know? And even the ceasefire, he's like, this is all for optics, you know, they're not gonna stop. You know, us bombing Israel, or us bombing Iran rather, was just so we could show that we did something. Israel hitting us back was just so they could get a free shot at us, and we moved all of our, you know, personnel and everything so nobody was hurt, and then we could get the ceasefire. Well, CNN reported today, and the White House is mad at this report.
This is CNN Breaking News.
We have major breaking news into CNN. 3 sources tell CNN that according to an early U.S. intelligence assessment, the U.S. military strikes on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities last weekend did not destroy the core components of the country's nuclear program and likely only set it back a few months.
That's right. There you go. So we had these big 3 strikes, and oh my God, this was the big definitive strike. This was the finishing blow. The B-2 bombers came in and finished the deal. Iran launched a few missiles at Qatar, and now we got our ceasefire. Now, after the ceasefire fell apart, CNN is reporting now that, yeah, we, took out some nuclear facilities, but Iran will have that shit back up and running in a few months, which makes sense because, remember, we kept hearing from Israel that the big nuclear stuff was underground, and you needed bunker buster bombs to get those underground facilities. And that's, for what I understand, that's not what we ended up hitting. So Rocco, once again, being proven correct, a lot of this stuff does seem rather performative. It does seem like we went in there, we dropped some bombs, we did a fucking victory lap, we went in undetected, we took care of it, and then ultimately didn't do shit. Which I don't know if that's supposed to make us feel better or if that's supposed to make us even more infuriated with this whole thing. That it would just ended up basically being foreign policy theater. Veldrain says, what I heard is the entrance and exits were hit, but not the main area. Well, CNN is reporting that we really didn't accomplish much. We put some very expensive holes in the ground. And then, the White House says, CNN's full of shit, which could be true, but I don't really trust the White House much anymore either. I got Tammy Bruce running around saying that America is the greatest country in the world next to Israel. So I don't know how much I trust those fucking people. So now I'm at, this whole thing has made me go, who do I believe, CNN or Trump's guys? That's essentially where we're at. Who What says Iran has been 2 weeks from a nuke, according to intelligence, since 1999. Yeah. Well, I guess you always need something to justify bombing Iran again, if you ever have to. Hey, did you see the spicy shit that Marjorie Taylor Greene put out there? Guys, I think it's happening. I think there's enough influential people, and you know me, I hate to have hope, and I know you guys are going to shit on me for having hope, but powerful people are starting to push back against the whole we have to help out Israel all the time. We have to be on Israel's side. Israel's always the good guy over there. I mean, I'm seeing things start to shift. Marjorie Taylor Greene really fired a shot today on Twitter. She says that JFK was killed by Israel, or at least insinuated it. I might become a Marjorie Taylor Greene fan. She says there was once a great president that the American people loved. I thought she was going to say he was from Nantucket. He opposed Israel's nuclear program, and then he was assassinated. I am for peace. I oppose war, including wars Israel wages. You think in 2026, you think AIPAC's going to try and find someone to primary Marjorie Taylor Greene? You think they're going to try and, get her the fuck out of there? I've never been a big Marjorie Taylor Greene person, for the record. I've never been a big fan, but do you think she even knows how ballsy that is to say? Or do you think that she thinks that she said it and she didn't really think about the impact it was going to have? Who What says, by the way, they weren't ever struck within 2 weeks of saying that shit. No, I don't think so either. Das Optic Nerve says Marjorie Taylor Greene has some balls. Does she have some balls? Or does she not even know what she did? That's my question. Red Fox Mad with 199 says Trump is losing patience. He said the F word. I was trying to think. I was trying to think if I've ever heard a president say the F word before. I mean, back in the 50s, the craziest, or the 40s, the late 40s, the craziest thing anyone ever said to a president was, give him hell, Harry. So, I mean, we've gone a long way from give him hell, Harry to they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Obama had the chance to be our first president that said the N-word. Well, publicly. He would have been our 42nd president to say the word. while in office, just the first one publicly. I'm sorry. McBusted says the space laser lady, she has actual physical testicles. Well, maybe she does. Big old swollen nuts on Marjorie Taylor Greene. Veldrain says, I think Israel owes us, as in Israel should be made part of the U.S., and we call the shots and remove Netanyahu from power. Yeah, good luck. That'll happen. My Lost Interest says she looks trans to me. Dusty Rhodes says, rest in peace, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Uh-oh. Who What says she's a fucking moron, just like all other GOP other than Massey. Oh, man, I got shit for my Thomas Massey take today. That I like that Thomas Massey. He's got balls. We played that clip of him on the, what is it? The Theo Vaughn podcast. And I got some shit in the comments for that one. Thomas Massey's a piece of shit. He's not loyal to Trump. He's an asshole and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'll say this. Donald Trump, in that little rant he had, we were talking about this morning. In that rant he had today, he was like, I've had it with Israel. My patience is running out with Netanyahu. Trump really felt like he had been tricked, but the media decided to focus on him saying fuck. I think that's really telling. They didn't want to talk about the, Israel's pissing me off. I told Israel not to do this. Blah, blah, blah. I feel like I got lied to by Israel. Don't cover that part of it. Just the fuck part. That's it. Just the part where he says fuck. Sam. Oh, well, there's Sam Show says there goes people spurging about Trump, yelling about Jews and saying fuck shows why they own America. Well, I mean, it is kind of weird, right? That we don't hear about that part, even though we all saw it together. 09 Canyon says, I don't want USA to own Israel. I just want them to leave USA the hell out of their never-ending feud. That's my wish. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't hate Israel. I don't like Israel. I like America. I like my country. I don't give a shit about France. I don't give a shit about Germany or Russia or Iran or Israel or Egypt. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about America. So if Israel and Iran want to fight from sun up to sundown, from here to the rest of eternity, I don't really give a shit. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to give Israel any money. I don't want to give Iran any money. I don't want to give anybody any weapons. I just give a shit about my own country. How about Raytheon learns to make fucking food for starving people and houses for homeless people, and they try to find a way to make that profitable so they don't have to bother the shit out of us to arm different countries so they can sell more weapons this quarter. That would be nice. That would be good. Or maybe we could create an Iron Man. That might be our way out of this. Make an Iron Man. McBusted says you could give two shits about America. Let's be honest. What are you talking about? I fucking live here. For reasons of self-preservation alone, I care about America. So, yeah, as far as the whole Israel thing goes, I don't, people are like, oh, you don't like Israel? I nothing Israel. Let Israel do whatever the fuck they're going to do. I'm desperate to, I want to be left the fuck out of it. I sent that letter I sent the thing I'm going to be reading tomorrow to get it proofread. And they wrote back to me and said, that letter is great. It's very well put. I just made it my Facebook status. Fucker. Jesus. He doesn't have to submit it, though. I said, do I have to submit this? He goes, no, you don't have to submit it. Just bring it. You read it tomorrow, and then everything's done. That's the end of it. All right. The title of tonight's episode is Stop Making Fuentes Right. And what I mean by that is Nick Fuentes has been talking a lot of shit, and it's getting really hard to tell Nick Fuentes that he's exaggerating or that he's wrong or that he's way off base, because Nick Fuentes has kind of been right on the money, and that's weird for me to say because I've always said he's a plant gay guy, and I'm kind of eating my words a little bit on old Nick Fuentes. Lander says, I agree with Aaron. We should storm the Holy Land and take it back from the dreaded Jew. No. I said if the Christians were in charge of the Holy Land, the world would be a much more peaceful place. All right, $90 away from today's goal. Throw us a couple of bucks. Let's hammer out that last $90. We got over an hour to do it. So 5 at a time. That'll handle it just fine. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Thank you guys very much. So here we go. We've got Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes together. Oh, boy. You talk about an uncensored, unfettered conversation. Here one comes. Here's the other thing about Nick Fuentes. Like, he's going to have to age. He's going to have to. You know what would help him a lot is if he lost an eye and had to wear an eye patch. If Nick Fuentes if he got a little bit of the Crenshaw look, that would help him a lot because he always looks like an angry kid. And I don't think it does a lot of wonders for his credibility. He always looks like an angry little guy, and he's got his fun little hat on, and he looks like he's pouting because he ain't getting pudding after he eats his dinner. And it makes it harder to take him seriously. So if he could get like an eye patch, like a Nick Fury thing going on, I think it would help Nick Fuentes' credibility quite a bit. Alex Jones is slowly morphing into Colonel Sanders, by the way. Watch it.
They come out on June 14th, right before the attacks, and all this rolls out. Then right when the attack happens, they come out with the New York Post, which is, a Israel mouthpiece, basically, and say there's all these Russian and Iranians attempting to destroy Trump, and it says they're imposters, they're not MAGA, which then all the people being paid, the influencers, the bots all put out. But then when you read the report, their main threat is there's going to be terror attacks and things. And when those happen, we don't want anyone to say it's a false flag, which now look. I would say I disagree heavily. I would say it's Israel trying to divide the MAGA movement by trying to get the more Zionist elements of MAGA to endorse Trump, going on escapades overseas and getting involved in wars and things like that, and then separating Trump and those people from the more isolationist, Rand Paul loving kind of MAGA people. Tucker Carlson, that group. I don't think Russia and Iran, I honestly, dude, I think we've got it backwards in terms of like the threat to dividing this country. I really don't think, I'm not saying Iran and Russia are the good guys, but they are not the bad guys we've been building them up to be. They're not the ones who are, we should have known this when the Trump-Russia thing was horseshit. That they're not the ones who are tearing this whole thing apart. It's the Israel question that's tearing this whole thing apart, because you have neocon Zionists who want us to go in there and basically be the heavy for Israel versus the rest of MAGA that's America first and says, we don't want to bleed for someone else's benefit. And then the other side of that goes, well, then you're anti-Semitic. You go, not by a long shot. You guys, in fact, if there was a war between Israel and Muslim radicals, I would probably hope that Israel would win. I think we'd have a better world if Israel won. I just don't want to be tied to it. That's the only difference. So I don't know this. I usually agree with Alex on shit, but I don't think it's Russia and Iran that are trying to sow this discord. I think it's the calls coming from inside the house. Then and all the rest of them are saying. So right as they're about to launch the attack, and then the days into it, they put out the big reports all over that Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes and all these people and Tucker Carlson were all just agents, and everybody else.
Oh, okay. No. I'm sorry. I was misunderstanding Alex. He's saying what I'm saying. He's saying that Israeli propaganda was saying that Russia and Iran are going to feed false flag information. And then Israel was putting it out that Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, and all these people were doing Putin's bidding and doing Iran's bidding. I see. Okay, so Alex and I are saying the same thing. Okay, good.
This is a bot boosting them, and they list us all. And they're worried we're going to say there's a false flag. And then Mark Levin goes, don't worry, we're still going to war. We're still going to take over Iran because the Iranian sleeper cells are about to hit us. But look out, Tucker Carlson and his ilk are going to say it's a false flag. So here they are.
That's true. Well, I mean, we were saying that because we were watching we saw what was going on and we were like, wow, this is usually about how false flags happen. Is shit like this goes on.
Preemptively.
So if you're paying attention, that means you're a conspiracy theorist. If you're paying attention and you're connecting the dots, you're a crazy conspiracy theorist guy. But if you sit there and you just swallow what we feed you and you nod and you repeat it back, well, then you're a patriot. Then you're good. Then you're one of the good. You're on the good side. If you question and you annoy us, you're a conspiracy theorist. If you then you're one of the good guys. By the way, this is why this show is perfect for people who think politics is retarded, because we don't sit here and, read Howard Zinn and break things down finely. We explain it in a way, and then we make seal noises. We go, and you go, okay, that's my speed.
Getting ready, literally Israel and the deep state, and it's all right there. I mean, you talk about telegraphing. You talk about protesting too much. They are scared, Nick. They are scared that the false flag isn't going to work. This isn't even veiled at this point.
I'm a little upset that Alex Jones doesn't use dark mode, but I'll get over it.
Now start over, and then you're kind of backing into how they're getting ready and targeting and preparing to censor all of us. Of course, that's just.
By the way, Mark Levin makes me sick. Mark Levin now sucking Trump's cock, loves Trump. He's amazing. And then Tucker Carlson, he's calling him Tucker Carlson. Shut the fuck up, you hack morning zoo asshole. That's not projection. But now he's going, he's attacking our dear leader and our wonderful president, Donald Trump. You only say he's our wonderful president and he's a great guy because he's doing your bidding, you fucking charlatan.
One layer of this, but larger is going to be the narrative control and the fact that this signifies the false flags are incoming.
Well, you're exactly right. And this is why two minds.
Well, there you go, guys. Alex Jones said it. Nick Fuentes says you're exactly right. Here's one comical thing about all these news shows, and Alex Jones is guilty of it too. Why do you have Nick Fuentes on as a guest then? Because Alex Jones goes on this big 2-minute rant, and he goes, and it's this, and it's that, and it's this, and then this is the way it goes, and this is the way that everything is shaping up right now. Right, Nick? And Nick goes, correct, Alex. Well, then what are we doing here? Why? So now Nick is just going to say the thing that Alex just said, just in a different, whiter way.
Are better than one. It's literally all over that report, and people should go and actually read it to sort of inoculate themselves from it. The word false flag, that was their case study. They said Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, et cetera, et cetera. They said all these people said it was a false flag a year ago. It's a false flag, this and that. They said that we are the fake actors supported by Iranian and Russian bots that are pushing a fake false flag narrative against the president. And so you're 100% right.
Right, that's right. The people rooting for the president to keep his promises, the people who supported the president and voted for him and said, no, we really don't want you to go to war. We really don't want you to get us involved in another entanglement in the Middle East, especially on someone else's behalf. Yeah, we're just acting on Iran and Russia's orders. That's what we're doing. You know what the shittiest thing about this guy being right? And kind of when you, in your adult life, when you first realized Alex Jones was right about a lot of stuff, is going back and going, oh shit, what other stuff were they right about that I didn't consider before? And that starts to fuck with your head. You know, I don't want to go back and go, well, what else has Nick Fuentes been right about? Has he been right? You know, I can't, I feel like my brain can't afford that work.
That is actually the main thrust of the case study that they used. When the analytics came in and they wanted to get all the information about the so-called fake engagement, it was literally around that story. They didn't just take a look at my followers or your followers in general. They said, who was pushing the word false flag? Let's isolate that and look at the replies. And that's the whole basis of it, which, you know, obviously in light of this buildup is terrifying. Like you said, it couldn't be more on the nose. Talk about begging the question.
Right. Like, that's the thing. Like, all these Israeli sources coming up and going, all these guys are going to say false flag. All these guys are going to say false flag. It makes you look around and you go, so are you planning a false flag? Like, is that what you're doing? Because I mean, as I sit here and as I look at all this, you're talking about false flag, false flag, false flag, false flag. I'm like, you guys aren't plotting some shit, are you? Because this is a lot of, methinks thou doth protest too much. It's say, these guys are gonna say it's a false flag. Anytime you have people going, these guys over here are about to say blah, 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 that's them trying to control the conversation because they don't know what those people over there are going to say, and they don't want to, they don't want you to listen to it. Oh, well, Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro do that. They go, well, are you going to listen to a bunch of people who agree with the Pod Save America guy? He's not right. Well, wait a minute. You haven't even heard their position yet, and you're already just doing a guilt by association thing. That's remarkably dishonest. It's because they don't want you to listen to Tucker Carlson and consider what he has to say. Yeah, My Lost Interest says triple reverse psychology. Yeah, they're putting something in your head to get you to think it so they can say that you're thinking it because you might actually do it. It's fucking insane. America is in an abusive relationship with Israel. We have an abusive boyfriend, and he will not let us go. That's about how all of this works. Israel gaslights us constantly. Anonymous Fake Dono says the judge and prosecutor are ready to wrap up and release Aaron. Then he reads his apology letter and they end up arresting him. No, that can't happen. $80 away from tonight's goal. Thank you, Anonymous Fake Dono. I appreciate that. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, etc. Throw us a couple of dollars. We're getting very, very close. We've got about an hour left in the show. $80 away. Twisted question mark, becoming a member for 2 months, says, happy for you that this will be done tomorrow. Prost. Yes. My family's very excited for it too. Everyone in my life is very excited. I told them what I plan on doing tomorrow. They were incredibly supportive of it. I only told one kind of internet person what I plan on doing tomorrow. And that one internet person did give me like, oh, are you sure? Because, you could, and it was kind of like they were coming at it from an internet point of view. And I went, look, I think this is the right thing for me. I think this is the right thing for my peace, for my happiness. I think this is the right thing for my family. I think this is the right example to set for my children, blah, blah, blah. And because their answer was, yeah, but what about the internet? And blah, blah, blah. I was like, and then I listed off, my family, my loved ones, my friends, my children. They're like, yeah, you know what? That's kind of a better reason to do it. I'm like, okay, thank you. So, making speech free again says done tomorrow. Yes, done tomorrow. The case is over with tomorrow. And I put the whole thing behind me, which is nice. All right, we have one more Nick. There's some people who aren't big Toe fans who don't like that either. That triggers the fuck out of them. That I go, I'm walking away from it. I'm all done after tomorrow. No, you can't be. I'm not ready for you to be. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like, that's how I hear it. And I'm like, yeah, that's not my problem. There's a lot of people who I don't know, who I've never met in my entire life, who are constantly online, and they're yelling what they wish were true at me, thinking if they yell it loud enough, it will become true. And they want me to do something about it for them. I'm like, I don't know how else to tell you this. I'm not thinking about you. This sounds like a personal problem. You're going to have to deal with that. I'm not your father. Nick Fuentes was talking about Laura Loomer today. And I thought this was really, really funny. Nova says, is it still going to be only $50? Yeah, my attorney said the deal is still intact. There's always been, there could be court fees. Usually when you start probation, there is a fee that you either pay up front or you pay at the end. And that I don't know if I'll either have to pay it in 2 years or a year. I think it's going to be either a year or 2 years. I personally, here's what I think. I think because of the violation, which we're fighting, and it's bullshit, they might just go, look, the conditional release is over anyway. Like, as soon as I show up for court tomorrow, the conditional release is over. So they may just go, all right, fuck it. Let's just start the probation and all that stuff. But it may be, like, it could take it from a year to 2 years. The max they can do for probation is 2 years. So we didn't agree on exactly what it would be. My attorney and I just assumed it would be, we just assumed the max, you know? We just went, we'll assume the max, you know? Doesn't hurt. So that may just guarantee that. As far as the fine goes, yeah, I was told that everything's still intact. So that's what I know, my brother. Nick Fuentes went off on Laura Loomer today. I thought this was kind of funny. I mean, mean as all shit, but kind of, again, one thing, I think the thing I resent the most about this Iran-Israel thing is that it's making me watch Nick Fuentes clips and go, he's right, you know. I've never done that before. I've never watched so many Nick Fuentes clips and gone, kid's kind of nailing it. I can't really give him shit. But here he is talking about Laura Loomer, who, again, dual loyalties. You question whether or not she's America first. She's volunteering American men and women to go to war on behalf of another country. That raises some eyebrows to me.
Laura Loomer is the biggest whore in American politics.
That's saying something. There's a lot of whores in American politics, male and female. And Laura Loomer is the biggest one. I will say this. Laura Loomer is a big-time clout chaser. Big-time clout chaser. So he is right about that.
She used to be my friend. I regret every minute of it. She is the biggest...
I love that Nick Fuentes, the big thing about Nick Fuentes is they call him anti-Semitic. And now, like, the one Jewish friend he had, he's like, I fucking regret ever being friends with that big-nosed asshole. And you're like, oh, Nick, God damn it. You're like, oh, Nick, you had one. You had one Jewish friend. You just had to keep him. And now, boy.
My friend, I regret every minute of it. She is the biggest disgusting whore in politics. And I'm not just saying that as a pejorative. Let me be precise.
I want to be very clear. I'm not saying this just to shit on her. She's a fucking whore. I love it when people do that. I love it when people say something, but they're worried that people don't believe them. So they're like, I know you think I'm fucking around. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I mean a whore.
Specific. What do I mean by that? She will do anything for money. Anything.
Uh-oh.
She will do anything for money.
Yeah.
She will do anything to rub shoulders with influential people. She will do anything for influence. She is a paid mouth for hire. At least one of her orifices is, not to be gross, not to be crude.
No, of course not. I mean, you've only screamed the word whore 2 or 3 times about her. I mean, yeah, you're right. We don't want to be tawdry.
But her mouth is for rent. It is for sale. You pay her money and she will say anything. She's like a wind-up toy. She's like from Toy Story. You pull the string on her back and she will say whatever you want her to say.
And she'll eat dog food, as we learned today. She'll pop a bison treat right in her mouth and she'll chew that shit and be like, oh, this is good to give to your dog. Yeah, that's why you don't eat it, retard.
As long as you put money in the back, as long as you shove money up there, she'll say anything and do anything.
Oh, boy.
And she's a sick, disgusting human being.
Again, I'm getting tired. One of the worst things about this war is that I've had to watch clips of Nick Fuentes and I've had to go, he's kind of killing it. He's not wrong. I love this. Doom goes, evening show still on for tomorrow. I think so. I think I'm going to do a show tomorrow because it's early enough. Like if I want to go out or I want to do something to celebrate this all being over, I still can do it after the show. I'd feel kind of lazy if I took tomorrow night off. But Who What says, Doom, he's accepted a plea of 30 years in prison, but they'll allow him to stream from the cell, so there should not be a program. Now, Sam Show Loves Black Men says he's wrong. Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz are the biggest whores. Well, I mean, look, we can get in a semantics battle about who the biggest whore in politics is. But how about this? Laura Loomer is one of the biggest ones. How's that? Chad Buzamok says, Aaron, you ate dog treats. I know. I'm a whore. Huh. How are we not keeping up? How are we not? How are you not following me here? Yes, eating dog treats is a thing that a whore would do if you gave them enough money. But Aaron, you ate dog treats. Yes, I'm a whore. Are we? Bleh. Are we good? Are we okay? Wow, making speech free again. I really upset him too. Jesus Christ. I got to say, making speech free again, our numbers are up. My restream averages are in the 800s. The peaks are in the over 1,000. I got to say, I'm pretty happy about it, my friend. But I just don't know why it upsets you so much. You're usually pretty cool in here. I get that. You know what? I get that a lot. People, you're dealing with, the mental approach of an internet person. It's like you're their favorite one day, and then the next day, I fucking hate you. And never is it anything going on with them. Ever. You're always a bad guy. All right, we've got a lot of shit still to get to. We've also got $80 left. And what did I say? I said if we knock out tonight's goal, I am burning this after the show. You guys asked if I would film me burning it. I will film myself burning it if we knock out the goal tonight. I also, because I was morbidly curious, about whether or not my forehead, like the corner of my forehead down to my eyebrow, was longer than my forehead down to the point of my chin. So I also said if we knock out the goal, I'll do that today. That should be fun. Making speech free. Holy shit, man. I really upset that dude. Like, to get so personal. It's just fucking insane, bro. All right, buddy. I mean, whatever you need, you let me know. I'm your Huckleberry. All right, what do we got next? Tucker. Yes, finally, Tucker Carlson and his take on all this. Jesus, the most rational man in irrational times. We have so much to cover. Tucker Carlson does a show, like once a week? The news is moving too fast. Like we said with this whole Israel-Iran thing, it was like a war on 2x speed. We had the run-up, we had the lies, we had the initial bombing, we had the dragging America in, we had the counterstrike by Iran, we had the ceasefire, all within 12 days. That's a fast-ass war. We didn't even really have time to talk about it very much. We didn't even have time to debate it. Like Iraq, it felt like it took us 6 months to go into Iraq. Everybody's debating and talking about it, discussing it, arguing, But this Israel-Iran thing, we just hit the fast-forward button on this. So Tucker was on with this blonde lady. I think that's the name of the show, This Blonde Lady. Oh, no, it's After Party. He was on a show called After Party. Nobody screams After Party quite like Tucker Carlson. And they were talking about Trump and Iran and Iraq. And, obviously Trump and Tucker had their little brief falling out over this Iran thing. I think they've spoken since then, and they're good. But this is a little clip of Tucker talking about what's been going on in the Middle East.
Care about the United States, and they're all wearing the Trump skin suit right now because they think it suits their purposes. These are people who hated Trump. They're anti-Trump. They're never Trump. And that would include a lot of people on Fox News who I worked with for.
Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro was a never Trump guy, but now Trump is fighting Israel's war for him. So I don't ever want to hear Ben Shapiro talk about America first. I don't want that to ever come out of his fucking mouth.
For 15 years, I know what their political views are. They're my colleagues. They hate Trump. They hate him personally. They hate his agenda. They hate his economic views. And they really hate his foreign policy views, which in private they describe as insane and isolationist. He's a Nazi and all this stuff. I mean, they really have contempt for him.
Yeah, why does he want to go into Middle Eastern countries and overthrow regimes and install ones that are unpopular with the people so we can get oil at $10 a barrel cheaper. What a piece of shit that Trump guy is.
I kept him off the air at Fox News while I was there against my protests. So that's all true. And it's very frustrating as a literal person who cares about what's true to see people jumping up, Mark Levin or Laura Loomer, that's world's creepiest human. I don't even know where she came from or who she is exactly. But
everybody's shitting on Laura. Look, I don't feel bad for Laura Loomer, but I kind of feel bad for Laura Loomer in a way. Like everybody, Laura Loomer pokes her head out and goes, "Ooh, I'll have a hot take. I'll get some views based on my hot take." And everyone goes, "Shut the fuck up, you whore!" And it's like, whoa. She's
running around. I'm Donald Trump's, defender. It's bizarre.
Champion.
Champion. And I'm the arbiter of what it means to be for America. Someone who, again, has no interest in the United States, demonstrated no interest. So I think it's just important. It's not a matter of score settling, and I don't care what Mark Levin does in his private life. I don't care what his opinions are. And Laura Loomer, I'm not even really sure who she is. However, if people like that are able to take over a political movement whose stated goal is to serve the United States, first and foremost, America first, make America great again, if those people can take control of that political movement, first of all, it's an offense against reality and truth. But second,
right, it's the craziest mindfuck ever. Like following this stuff, it ties your head in knots because you're going, well, I'm America first. I'm MAGA. It made me realize I'm more MAGA than I thought I was. Like I'm more America first than I thought I was because this really, really upsets me. And like to watch these other people who you kind of thought were never Trumpers, to watch them now say that they hold the definition of what it means to support the president. It's like, well, no, I know that's not true, but you're saying it like it's true. And these people over here are reporting it like it's true. It feels very gaslighty. You're making me feel like I'm insane. I know that you were never on his side. And now that, when I was on his side, he agreed with me. And now that he doesn't agree with me, now you really like him. But if I point that out, I'm nuts.
Second, it's really dangerous for the country. I mean, they washed out of the Democratic Party the
decades
same
ago
people, and now they're trying to take over the Republican Party. How about no? Unbroken track record of failure, unbroken track record of ideas that hurt the United States in measurable ways.
Yeah, you want to talk about these people being conservative? These are the same people who gave you the LBJ war on poverty, which has added at least $17 trillion to our debt since the 1970s. And you want to say that these are now the conservatives. These are now the Republicans that are, taking control of the fiscal reins and trying to get our fiscal house back in order. These people have had, they're responsible for half our debt. You could probably say another 10 trillion if you add on the Iraq war and the Afghanistan wars that they were all big fans of.
Impoverished the United States, put us in unpayable debt, killed a ton of people, destabilized the world, caused a refugee crisis in Europe, destroyed Europe. That's a lot of destruction for one group of people and one set of really bad ideas.
And they did it without picking up a gun. They just made other people go fight their wars for them, and they destroyed half the world over it.
Bolton's, the Bill Kristols, can they be allowed to take over the Trump White House? No. How about no? Just as an American. I mean, I don't really care what people think of me at this point. I'm 56. You were wrong.
Looks stunning, doesn't he? Looks stunning for 56. By the way, Beef Drippins with $2 says, you got a weird shaped head. Is it from the cum? I don't understand the physics of that joke, but we'll work it out at some point, buddy. You guys, some of you really have to workshop your shit before you bring it in, because it just putting the word cum into something doesn't automatically make the joke work. You got to, like I said, we'll workshop it.
Well, I've been wrong many, many times. I'll be wrong many, many more times. But the one thing I am is sincere. I really mean it. I don't care about the effect on me. I don't want to relive Iraq. And I know the people who did it. I lived among them. I defended it. I repeated their talking points. Not doing that again. And we came really close to doing that again because of Mark Levin and Laura Loomer and the rest of these.
What's crazy is we usually say like a metaphor. We say, oh, these are the same people that got us into Iraq. Well, in the case of Mark Levin, it's literally the same guy who got us into Iraq. And we're letting them do it again. Like, we're listening to this guy. We're going, oh, Mark Levin, he has an opinion on foreign policy. Yeah, let's go with that. It's like, no, he should never be allowed to have an opinion on foreign policy ever again. Here's the question. Hey, did you cheerlead the Iraq war? Yes. Yeah, you have to sit down. You don't get to talk about this. You are the most wrong. Sorry. So, I mean, I agree with Tucker. These people, they're trying to hijack an entire American movement, and you know, I'll say, holy shit, they're getting a lot closer than I ever thought they would get. And they're getting a lot closer than they ever should have been allowed to get. You know? Way too close. Who What says Tucker just knows he can't pretend not to know as the zeitgeist is changing. I think a lot of these guys are... They know how they know, but they also know how much they can say. You know? They know how much they can, I guess you would say, get away with, so to speak. All right, guys, we are $80 away from today's goal. Do me a favor. Let's get moving on that. I'm going to open up the rest of our stories for today. Oh, we have some weed news. We have news for you filthy fucking potheads today, if you'd like that. $80 away from tonight. Go ahead. Everybody throw in a couple of bucks. Let's go ahead and back up the old truck and knock that out and call it another win for the toe. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Holy shit. McBusted. I got to say, I kind of caught McBusted. I have to say, like, some of you, your mental illness is a little too strong. So I've told that story about the leaving the tissues in Litchfield like 17 years ago or so. McBusted still brings that up as a story, like not a funny story that we joke about and everything else. He brings it up as like I'm morally outraged by the tissue story. It's like, dude, some of these people, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Some people are they're wound way too tight for a show like this. I've said this even back in the radio days. I've said to some people who watch this show every day, I go, I don't think you guys know what show you're watching. I don't think you're quite aware of what show you're listening to. If you're going to get morally outraged by shit, if you're going to be like a sensitive PC police type person, you are listening to the wrong show, because that's just going to get you called names. It's just going to get you bullied and made fun of. We're going to shit on you. You're going to get madder. You're going to try and write more hurtful things that we're going to then bust on you for again because, aha, look what we made you do. I will read a PSA for very sensitive people, and some of you are very sensitive people and you don't know it. If you're sensitive, easily offended, and you take shit way too seriously, you're not going to survive here. You're just not going to make it on a show like this. It's way too beyond for you. You're too sensitive for it. That's all. Like making speech free again. This show might just be a little too offensive. This show might just be a little too, raw for you, because you're kind of uptight and you're a little, you're wound a little too much, buddy. I'm sorry. Aaron, you're hurting my feelings with your smugness, says Sam Show. Stop. Oh, yeah. Sam Show, you're one of the people I'm talking about. You're real sensitive. You're real sensitive, buddy. Chad Buzamok says, Aaron, I posted a clip for you as requested. Vince, thank you for the $5. Inspector, thank you for the 10. Vince, that's not very nice. That's not very nice, Vince. Come on now. And all acquaintance be forgotten. All right, let's 70. Oh, look at that. $70 away from today's goal. Thank you guys so much. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. About 40 minutes left in the show. Do me a favor, click the links, throw a couple bucks in, gift some memberships. We're $70 away. Let's go. All right, we've got Chad Buzamok with a clip. Oh, God. It's 5 seconds long. I mean, Really, how much pain can you inflict in 5 seconds? This one can't be too bad. I know. I'm a whore. Huh. Now, wait a minute. You know that was in response to the dog food thing, right? That was not about jail or anything like that. That was about the dog food thing. I know. I'm a whore. Huh. I got to be honest. I do make myself laugh. I do. And you know what it is? You know where my brilliance lies? My brilliance lies in the animation. It's not necessarily the line being delivered. It's the huh at the end. It's the punctuation. Like I said, it's the animation. That's what sets it off. But Chad Buzamok, you know that's not what I was talking about. The thing I was talking about was the dog food thing. I would like you to acknowledge that. Oh, Making Speech Free again says, I'm sorry, be better. Toe is the most. I'm not telling you to be better. I'm saying that you're probably a little too soft and you're a little bit too much of a pussy to probably handle this show. No, in no way am I telling you to be better. What I'm saying is you're probably too good for us. You're a little hoity-toity. You're wound too tight. You're easily offended. It's not me saying be better at all. You would be absolutely right. What a pussy, like, wounded guy I would be. But you're kind of the be better guy. Like, I'm trying to help you understand that because it's funny to me. I'm saying you're too sensitive to enjoy this program. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you like taking a beating. I mean, you know, people are into whatever they're into. But what I'm saying is you seem to get really upset and offended at things I say a lot. And that's just not what we're going for here. So I think your sensitivity level, just the meter might be up a little high. That's all. Hey, guess what? Sauk Rapids is getting weed. First one in the area to get a commercial marijuana operation. Now, I have to be very honest. The whole marijuana legalization in Minnesota, I've had it explained to me many times before. I still don't totally get it. So, like, it's been legal since like 2023, 2022. But only the Indian reservations could grow it and harvest it and sell it. And, you know, but it's legal to consume in Minnesota, but like you can't consume it in public. And there's going to be a ticket for that. And you can have a weed shop, but you can't sell recreational marijuana yet. And now it's 2025. And if you do sell recreational marijuana, you got to pay a heavy tax and a licensing fee and you got to apply for it. I have no fucking clue exactly how it works, but Sauk Rapids is getting drugs. The Sauk Rapids City Council voted unanimously Monday to approve a conditional use permit. Okay, I gotta say, it's gonna be fun to see the names of these places. I just read what the name's gonna be, because like breweries kind of fucked it up. Breweries really screwed up on the naming thing. You know, they went, it was always just verb animal, you know, the Kicking Tiger, you know, the Sleeping Turtle Brewery. It's just action, animal, that's it. The weed business has a chance to turn this all on its head. And the Sauk Rapids City Council voted unanimously yesterday to approve a conditional use permit for Uncle Hippie's Cannabis. I like that. We kind of need to bring back a bit of the 70s stoner vibe. You know, I feel like the modern stoner vibe is just unironically lazy and just gay and shitty and boring. You know, the old Jerry Garcia, aging, gray-bearded hippie, smoking weed. Like that is where there was romance in that whole thing. You know, now kids vaping and just like, weed. That's no fun. It's obnoxious. But like the old grandpa or the old uncle just, you know, having a couple of tokes. That's the guy we miss. You know, the modern vaping pothead retards almost make me miss the hacky sack guys. Almost. So Uncle Hippie's Cannabis has been given a conditional use permit. The business is the area's first approved commercial marijuana operation. Uncle Hippie's had prior approval under the initial social equity application process and lottery by the Office of Cannabis Management, which, by the way, yes, we created a government office here in Minnesota to run the legalization of weed, so I'm sure that's going to run smoothly. I still don't have my real ID. I don't know where the fuck it is, which allowed it to get fast-tracked at the state level when that system was scrapped. Still, it has been over a year to get from the application process to a green light from the local government. There you go. The Office of Weed Management in Minnesota, 1 year to sell weed. 1 year from applying to open your business to getting the city to okay it, and now you can start selling marijuana. Because, you know, all businesses can just sit on money for a year. Uncle Hippies will operate in the industrial park. I know where that is. And feature no signage. For most people, they'll hardly know it is there. As CEO Josh Severson notes early on, there won't even be a retail operation. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Minnesota's weed laws are so fucked up. Like, either legalize it or don't. Let people sell. It sounds like you're setting up a system that's complicated on purpose so you can catch people and find them. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're almost using this as like bait to raise money. Our business plan is strictly wholesale and grow. Just get going. We're focusing on growing a really good, high-quality product. He expects to move fast now that he has the okay for the business. The build-out may have a delay or two, but when the plants go in, it won't be long until the business will be producing at commercial scale. He says it takes an adult cannabis plant to flower to maturity within 60 days. You can veg it for as long as you want, but when you flip it, it's going to take about 60 days. Severson boasts experience at a medicinal grow house and says he knows how to produce cannabis without odor or other side effects impacting the neighbors. The canopy will be roughly 2,400 square feet to start, with marijuana for sale possibly as early as October. So, you know, navigating Minnesota's stupid, shitty laws will be hard enough. But it sounds like they finally got it going. And in this area, there's going to be a place that grows weed now. I did see a few people in the chat saying, well, rest in peace, Sauk Rapids. It's, well, you know, it's not like they're not doing like, how do I put this? Like, they're not just opening up a store and people are going to be going in the front door and coming out with arms, you know, full of weed and, you know, just, you know, smoking it right in front of the store all over town. It's going to be more of like, what do you call it? It's going to be more of like a, it's not going to be a place that sells auto parts. They're going to be more of a manufacturer at first. It's more of a manufacturer thing than anything. Chad Buzamok says, sorry, got to go for dinner with wife. Did not know you had one. That oddly surprises the shit out of me. Don't say anything else gay because I won't be here to clip it. Oh, what am I saying? You can't help yourself. No, I'm not falling for your horse shit. I'm not falling for, oh, you know, I'm out the door with my pretend wife, and my pretend wife and I are going to have dinner, so you're free and clear to say all kinds of gay shit. No. You're watching, you're lurking, you're hanging around in the shadows, and you're going to catch me being gay. And I simply will not allow myself to be mutton for your butchers, if you will. $70 away from today's goal. We officially have a half hour left. Guys, let's get going. Off to a great start tonight, and we've stagnated just a wee bit. So I would really like to hammer out that $70. Kind of like today's goal. You know, it was a really small one, so I let it go for a long time. Then I realized in the last half hour, I'm like, shit, I got to make some money. So throw in a couple of bucks. This should be an easy one to knock out. Please and thank you. Ryan the Garbage Man says, in Minnesota, you can grow up to 4 plants per adult, over 21 per household for personal use. Okay, so that's the law. That's the law then in Minnesota. When they have a government agency that is in charge of giving the permits and shit, you know it's just going to take forever and it's going to be a fucking nightmare. Hey, guys, you're a fucking Nazi if you go to McDonald's this week. You bet there's a boycott on. I hope you know. I hope you plan on being socially conscious today. A new boycott targeting McDonald's is set to kick off this week. part of a growing wave of consumer activism tied to the rollback of DEI programs. Yeah, if there's one thing Americans are going to do, they're going to boycott a company because they're not being DEI enough, especially a company that sells fucking cheeseburgers. Hey, guys, don't go buy cheeseburgers for this guy. They don't have enough diversity, equity, and inclusion. Bro, have you been to a McDonald's drive-thru lately? You ain't finding any white guys in there. And that's in central Minnesota. I don't know how much more DEI a place can be. I mean, white, black, Latino, Indian, it doesn't matter. One thing they all have in common working the drive-thru at McDonald's, they're all mentally retarded. So I don't really understand where this lack of DEI thing comes from. You know what's a great idea? Is you boycott the business that employs all of these people, so they lose money and then have to scale back on jobs. Yeah, I tell you, these people really know how to enact change. The action is being led by the People's Union USA, a grassroots advocacy group that has organized monthly economic blackouts. I mean, you've seen them, right? Who can forget the People's Union USA economic blackouts in, and then there's the one they did with you remember where you boycott, you didn't go to that place because of the diversity in response to what it calls corporate backpedaling on social justice. It's so funny to watch these organizations not be able to read the room. Everybody was fucking tired of that shit. Everybody was tired of DEI this and DEI that. And it's like, hey, are you going to be more racially conscious, Doritos? It's I don't really think that's the field we play on. Oh, so you're a racist white supremacist chip company. I guess. It's when they tried to pull it on Goya Foods after their Trump stuff that you really went, all right, this stuff is going a little too far overboard. But yes, you have to boycott McDonald's because they're not doing enough DEI stuff. I better not catch any of you guys with McDonald's wrappers. They scaled back at their DEI initiatives earlier this year and are now the latest company to face coordinated protest over those changes at a time when the fast food chain is already struggling with slumping sales and inflation. Really? McDonald's isn't doing well? Oh, man, that really shouldn't break my heart as much as it does. I really shouldn't be so impacted hearing that a fast food company isn't doing. That shouldn't make me sad. That shouldn't register on an emotional level for me, but here I am. The boycott, scheduled to begin June 24th, was announced by the People's Union on Instagram. The group's founder, John Schwartz, it's fine, which is totally okay that that's his name. I mean, the guy trying to cause unrest in the marketplace and economic sabotage because their agenda isn't being pursued is the way it's fine that why isn't it okay that his name is John Schwartz? What do you have a problem with that for? What's your deal? I'm fine with it. You? Good? Yeah. See? Yeah, nobody cares. The group's founder, John Schwartz, told USA Today that the decision to target McDonald's stemmed from a combination of grievances, reduced DEI goals, labor concerns, pricing practices, and marketing strategies. What? They brought back the McRib? It's not like they're cheating black people. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. We're boycotting McDonald's because they've shown time and time again that profit matters more than people. Well, I mean, come on, grow the fuck up, John. You can't have people without the profits like McDonald's doesn't employ people and then, okay, now we're going to make money. No, it started with a couple of guys owning the place. They worked it. Then they got big enough where they needed employees. They hired people. They put profits over people. Yeah, you kind of need those profits to keep the people, John. From price gouging to tax evasion, from inequality in pay. You guys have jacked up the minimum wage for these people for so much that they've started putting kiosks in and letting robots do the work. Great job, dickhead. To exploitation in advertising. Their DEI efforts feel more like promotional stunts rather than real systematic change. That's the other thing, too, is you're never going to make these people happy. Like, even even if McDonald's were to put a DEI thing in, or if McDonald's were to placate the needs of these people, they would find a way for it to be a problem. That's their thing. That's why none of these activist groups ever go away. Even if a solution gets found, they find a way. Like, look at the LGBTQ community. Look at GLAAD. Their whole thing for a long time was, let us get married. And then they got to get married, and then it's like, oh shit, okay, are we done now? Like, we have equality, we can do everything that straight people can do? No, now we have to find a new thing to bitch about so we can justify staying in business. It's like, well, I thought the point of every revolution was to dissolve itself. Nah, that's not what we're going to do. We're just going to find more things to complain about, and then when we annoy the fuck out of everyone, we'll just call them bigots. It's a solid plan. It's been in place for centuries. Das Optic Nerve with $1 says, get the fuck out. I haven't seen a white person working in a McDonald's in years. Well, I was trying to be generous. But yeah, they don't, like, I never see white people. I mean, I live in central Minnesota, and the white is the minority in the McDonald's. The Popeyes is all Mexicans. They do a great job. Their DEI is fuck over there. My Lost Interest pointing out Grimace is purple. Hello, fucking Grimace, a purple guy. I mean, which either means that McDonald's is totally committed to diversity, or he has a respiratory condition, because you shouldn't be turning purple. The Hamburglar, clearly black. I mean, all of this, like, their DEI is fuck over there. Azpacker becoming a member for 12 months, or 18 months, I'm sorry, says, down here in Arizona, lucky if you can understand them. Well, I mean, like I said, it's not the most high-skill labor, boys and girls. Okay, we are in a bit of trouble here as I flap my bingo wings. $70 away from tonight's goal. Could you do me a kindness? Could you do me a favor and just be one of the people that contributes towards knocking out that $70 and keeps our perfect? Not only have we had a perfect week, but we've had a relatively easy perfect week. And the 2 weeks before that, last week was like a no-goal week. And then the week before that was an easy no-goal week. Let's keep this up. You know, if we put 4 easy no-goal weeks in a row, that becomes a monthly thing. You know? And then every month, that means every show, it's nice and easy. There's Leah with $5. She says, late to the stream, but I wanted to send you good vibes for tomorrow. You are the only person in this situation that actually has shown remorse. Well, we put it all to bed tomorrow, and I move on from that part of my life, and that means letting go of, just not being involved with it anymore. Because as happy as I am, as far as I've come, even like tangentially keeping an eye on anything or being involved in anything, it causes sludge, and it robs you of your peace, and it robs you of your happiness. So tomorrow, the whole thing gets to be gone. I'm so excited about it. It all gets to be done. And I hold on to all the amazing, happy, incredible things I have. And I guess people on the internet can be mad at me for that. My Lost Interest with $5 says, don't tell the wifey. I will not tell the wifey. In fact, if she asks me, I'm going to lie and say, you spent it on hookers. I'm going to be a pal. Annoyed Wawa supervisor. So, by the way, $60 away from tonight. Thank you guys very much. See those fives? Those fives will do it. $60 away. You guys follow Miss Tay and Leah. You follow Leah and My Lost Interest, and we'll get this thing taken care of in no time. I actually think we've only had one contribution. 3 contributions higher than $5, none higher than 10. So that would be really cool if we knocked this out. Literally $5 and $10 at a time. Some gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Just $60 away. There was something. Oh yeah, New Zealand has advertised itself as the best place to have herpes. So I kind of have 2 things to announce today. Number 1, my case wraps up tomorrow. And number 2, I'm moving to New Zealand. So that's... I'm very excited. What's the ranking system for being the best place for herpes? I don't even understand. I'm not kidding. New Zealand, the best place in the world to have herpes. Like, according to what metric? By the way, also, New Zealand's technology is still stuck in like the 1970s. They're running this ad campaign, like all their television and all their tech and stuff just looks really fucking old.
The World Health Organization estimates 4.1 billion people have the herpes virus.
Haha, that's most of us, you fucking asshole. And I have the one that's not the STD kind, so fuck you. Even though I did give it to my last wife. But it's the smooches. And then you get it on your lip, and it's not. I think that's the only person I've been very safe with my herp lip, historically speaking.
My lip! It's a disgusting. Yet no one takes it seriously.
I know, it is a joke to a lot of people. It's really sad. The ignorance surrounding this disease really is disappointing. You know, your guys' jokes and all that about herpes, it makes me understand what Johnny goes through on a daily basis. Also, you guys never know when I have a herp lip. Because I catch it when it just feels swollen and there's a little tingliness, and I just start popping pills and I start putting cream on my lip, and all right, that's not going to sound gay. And it's visible for like a day, 2 days, and then it starts going away. Like, you guys never fucking know, except now you'll be watching because I just told you.
I can get a phone call from a person that literally believes their lives are over.
You're going to be fine. Just don't smooch or eat pussy for 10 days and you'll be all right.
Stigma. We needed to make
the best part is when you have a partner who has it. You know, if you and your partner both have it together, then you can just suck on each other's fucking herp lips until your heads cave in. It's really not a problem. You can go down on them. They can go down on you. You guys can smooch, can rub your little tingly bottom lips together. It's really, you know, a lot of times, I think 90% of the time, the couple that herps together stays together. I'm the 1 in 10.
It is a national priority.
Once upon a time, the world wanted to be New Zealand. We had the cup, the clean green image, the Earth's sexiest accent. Everyone wanted a slice of our pie. We need something new to be proud of. Put us back on the map.
New Zealand. They created the world's first herpes destigmatization course. Oh my God, this is an absolute godsend.
Loves to be the best in the world, and now a few famous faces have set us a new challenge.
The educational content series features iconic Kiwis, with each lesson breaking down an aspect of herpes stigma.
To make New Zealand the most herpes-friendly country in the world. How are we going to do that?
Worldwide qualitative research measured attitudes towards herpes, creating a global leaderboard.
All right, how are we doing? Hey, the United States is the 5th best place to have herpes. All right. We could move up a little, though. Like, we could do better.
New Zealand began at number 9. The site measured destigmatization course engagement in real time. The more each country learned, the faster it climbed the leaderboard.
It's bold as fuck.
You can count on New Zealand to make it funny too. And since
you put a nice hot chick on the news with a big flaming Rudolph nose right on her bottom lip, and people will go, "Hey, you know, it's fucking brave."
Let's lower the stigma. Let's get rid of it.
I've had sex with heaps of people who have that's
After 8 weeks, we beat the entire world.
New Zealand, we are officially the best place in the world to have herpes.
All right, I know where I'm going on vacation when I have a breakout. I can be myself.
We're winners, New Zealand. I'm so fucking proud of you.
New Zealand, officially the best place in the world to have herpes. Wow. It's nice to see people out there are just making an effort to make people feel welcome, you know? Chevrolet JB with $1 says, you're the reason most people have herpes. No, I'm not. I am not the reason that most people have herpes. It's not true at all. Take it back. Hey, we got 15 minutes left. We're $60 away for tonight. I hate to hit you up, but boy, if you could shake a little something loose out of your pockets there and help us stay perfect for the week, boy, I sure would appreciate it. We haven't really busted your balls about it too much either. I've been a very trusting soul. What did we start at? 135? Okay, so we made about $75 tonight. About $75 in a couple of hours. Do me a favor, throw in a few, gift some memberships, click the PayPal, Streamlabs, or Venmo link, whatever you need to do. Throw us a few bucks. I'd appreciate it. Let's get that 60 knocked out in the next 15 minutes and call it another win for the toe. There's $1 from Atomic Ray. Says, you have a breakout. Isn't it called outbreak or shedding? Your herpes is just running out of you. No, I don't have an outbreak right now. I'm good. I get them right here, though. Right on this part of my lip. And it hides in there really well. It burrows. People have a hard time even noticing it. Unless I was a fucking retard and just told them. Atomic Ray gifting a membership to Who What. There we go. Keep passing those around like herpes. $55 away from tonight's goal. Never mind, we're $50 away from tonight's goal. Plankton with $5 says you have to play this. I'll play it in a little bit. Right now, we're going to see if we can hit tonight's goal. And then I'll go ahead and play it. But right now, we got a little over 10 minutes to go. We're $50 away from tonight's goal. A little Streamlabs, a little PayPal, a little Venmo, a little Rumble Rants, a little YouTube. We'll have this thing all taken care of. Thank you, guys. Get generous. Oh, wrestling? Fuck it. It's only 8 seconds long. I'll play it right now. Keep her going, boys and girls. Let's make some cash. Oh, fuck. Okay, you did not tell me that was going to happen. That's a few broken ribs. Jesus Christ. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Like watching those indie wrestlers do like death-defying shit for like $100 to $200 a night. Like it's so stupid. Like every wrestling card I've been a part of, there's always been like a veteran in the locker room who will tell the other guys. Like they'll have this like, oh, I've got this idea. We're going to go up into the crowd and I'm going to throw you down the steps of this. And there'll be a veteran going, guys, don't do that. There's no reason to. One of you could really get hurt. How much money are you making tonight? It's going to put you out of commission for the next show. It's stupid. Don't do it. It doesn't add anything to your match you're doing for these people tonight. You know? So like jumping off of tables and, you know, breaking your ribs on a fucking door. It's stupid. It's so dumb. Aspacker gifting a membership over on YouTube. Thank you. Those are great. Be sure to pass those along. Miss Tay with $10 says, here's a fake dono to keep the herp to yourself. Well, I'll try. All right, guys, $35 away from tonight's goal. Keep it up. Keep it going. 10 minutes away from the end of the show and just $35 away from keeping us perfect. Thank you. Keep it up. 5 or 10 at a time. We've got this. You guys are doing great. Answering the call as usual. $35 is our number for tonight. Thank you, guys. So generous. Push forward a little bit more. By the way, that does bring Miss Tay up to $60. Where do you got to be to take fourth place in our leaderboard right now? Let's take a look at that. It went crazy yesterday. So I think it's already pretty high up there. We got Steven at $200, of course. He wanted 4 pages in Naked Twister. Oh, and remember, if you knock it out, I'll film myself burning this and we measure my forehead tonight, too. Gray Duckling with 129. No, he's at 133. He gave $4 tonight. Crunchy at 120. Redbird at 62. So Miss Tay has almost cracked into the top 4. Gray Duckling is now 133. In second place. So yeah, help us out. Get us that last $35. Another win for the toe. Thank you, guys. Oh wait, Redbird threw in tonight as well. Oh no, that was Red Fox Mad. Not Redbird. I was incorrect. Okay, onward and upward. Diddy The Diddy trial is wrapping up. I don't know if you saw this, but like it's kind of wild. It got overshadowed by all the Karen Reed stuff, and federal trials can't be filmed, so the Diddy trial didn't get kind of the big oomph, the big publicity that the other trials got. But the prosecution just spent weeks beating the living shit out of Diddy, trafficking charges, bringing prostitutes across state lines, all this stuff, the abuse videos. And then Diddy's team gets a chance to provide a defense, and they go, nah, that's cool, we're good. They're like, what? Who are you calling for a witness? Like, nah, nobody. The defense is saying that they don't believe that the prosecution made their case. So they're like, we're going to make closing arguments. We're going to send this thing off to the jury. Fucking, bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it works out for him. But Diddy spoke up in court telling the judge how he's feeling, thanking him for doing a good job, and confirming his decision not to take the stand before his defense rested in their case. The brief exchange Tuesday started with Judge Aaron Subramanian asking Diddy how he was feeling. That's kind of weird. Judge just goes, how you doing, Diddy? Well, I'm all right. Can't complain. Just facing a shitload of time in prison. Other than that, doing great. Diddy said, I'm doing great, Your Honor. I've been wanting to tell you thank you. You're doing an excellent job. Always a good move to tell the judge they're doing an excellent job. Can't hurt you. The judge thanked Diddy for the comment and asked if he understood the decision not to take the stand was his and his alone. Diddy responded that he thoroughly discussed with his lawyers whether or not to testify and ultimately decided against it. So coming up next, we're going to have closing arguments in the Diddy trial. And we're going to see if, look, like I said, I'm no lawyer. I've been before the system before. Never been to the trial period. But it does seem like the government presented a hell of a case. Like it really seemed, maybe I'm getting confused. Maybe I'm being tricked because it seemed like they threw a lot of shit at the wall. It seemed like they threw a lot of stuff at Diddy. So it feels like they made a strong case and that maybe the defense is making a big mistake here, but I'm not that close to it. What says, is Diddy his legal name? No, they didn't call him Diddy. I was paraphrasing again. They don't have cameras in the courtroom for federal trials. So no, they did not call him Diddy. Hey, boys and girls, we got 5 minutes left. We're $35 away from tonight's goal. So either click one of those links, throw in a few gifted memberships, do whatever it takes. In the next 5 minutes, let's knock out that $35 and call it another win for the toe. Come on, baby. Throw in there and let's get this shit done. We appreciate your generosity. You've been watching all night. Throw a $5 in. It won't hurt you. Leah says, according to reports, the jury didn't seem to be buying everything the government was saying. Okay. Like I said, it did seem like they were throwing a lot of shit at the wall. Maybe it's not going to stick. Maybe the jury's going to, they always say they just need one. The jury just needs one of them. So maybe they get that one. Maybe they don't. Blukey says, I'm going to donate $35 to the Diddy Foundation. Is there one? Is there a please don't let there actually be a thing called the Diddy Foundation. That sounds horrifying. The Diddy Foundation. The Sean Combs Foundation is a private foundation based in West Hollywood, California that focuses on supporting social and environmental entrepreneurs working towards positive change. While the foundation is the primary vehicle for his philanthropic efforts, Sean Combs has been involved in various charitable activities and donations throughout it. So there is a Diddy Foundation. It's the Sean Combs Foundation. Or as Hobo Chili calls him, the Section 8 Epstein. I actually really like that one. That's a good one. All right, guys, are we going to make a run at that $35 before we're out of time here in 3 minutes? I would $35 is definitely not going to make or break the toe. But, God, I would really like a win. I would really like to notch a W on this bad boy. So a couple 5s, couple 10s, we'll get this thing done. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate you throwing us a couple of dollars and getting this win. Speeding tick. Oh, God. This broke an hour ago. Speeding tickets will be coming from cameras in Minnesota before the summer is over. Did you know that Minnesota is like the most Nazi state in the world now when it comes to traffic violations? Like the Supreme Court ruled that you don't have a right to privacy in your car if you're on a public roadway. Like in a lot of states, if you fall asleep in your car, you try to sleep it off instead of driving, they'll still give you a DUI. Now we've got these cameras, and if these cameras catch you speeding, a police officer doesn't have to actually pull you over, talk to you, and give you the ticket. Now they're just going to start sending people speeding tickets from these cameras. That is such bullshit. If we actually had a Supreme Court here in Minnesota, I feel like they would have struck this down, but it's going to happen. They're gonna start throwing in the speeding tickets. I mean, I got to start driving better because if we keep missing, as it looks like we're going to do, we have 2 minutes left and we are losing by $35 tonight. And we had such a short goal. Everybody blew their wad on Monday and I'm taking an L. We never take an L for the evening shows. Son of a bitch. Oh, well, I guess I'm not burning naked Twister on camera. And I'm not measuring my forehead either. We've got about a minute or two left. Gordy's already down here. He's ready to go outside. He walked down. I said his name, and he looked at me like, oh, me? No, why, dude? What's up? We've got a couple of minutes left. If you have some money to throw at us to knock out that last 35, I really would appreciate it. But it looks like, unfortunately, we're going to take an L. And here's the other thing. $35 is not a big enough miss for me to carry that over and give extra overtime. So I'm going to say that unless you guys go way over tomorrow night, I'm going to go ahead and say that our perfect week streak, which is months long at this point, is over. Leah and others and Silverwolf say, show us Gordy. Show us. No, we knock out the goal in the next minute or two. I'll show you Gordy. Otherwise, look. We had a 135 goal today. It was a really small goal. I really leaned in. I gave a great show. I'm not going to do Gordy Cam for free tonight. I'm sorry. To those of you who stepped up, we appreciate it. Thank you for contributing to the program. We fell a few $5 contributions short. We fell a few gifted memberships short tonight. I hope it's not a look for things to come tomorrow. That would be terrible. Blukey says, I'll donate if we see twerking. I'm not going to look. If we were behind by like 250 and you said you were going to knock out the goal if you see twerking, I might be able to sell my dignity. But 35, I mean, 35, we can. 35, I think after, if we were doing months and months and months and months of perfect shows and knocking out our goals as we have been, and I didn't have $35 as a cushion in case we missed, that would be pretty fucking terrible, wouldn't it? I should be investigated by the SEC at that point. All right. I'm going to let Gordy out. We are all done. Just let me do a quick refresh just in case. Yep. Nothing on that one. $5 from Michael says, burn the book. I'm sorry, Michael. I can't. $30 away from tonight's goal. I cannot burn the book. I gotta keep it up. Annoyed Wawa Supervisor says, I, for one, cannot wait until Aaron casually makes an O&A reference in court and winds up getting 90 days. I hope that's not the case. That would be one of the biggest bonehead plays of all time. Annoyed Wawa Supervisor had a line that I wanted to get out there before we left, and I can't find it anymore. Shit. Oh, no, here we go. Aaron, interesting news. One of our customers, Greg, was asking about you. He pronounces it I am Holte, and no one at the store had the heart to correct him. Silverwolf with $5 says, burn the book. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's going to be too little too late. We're $25 away from tonight's goal. The plan was if we knocked out the goal tonight, I was going to go outside. I was going to fire up a stream from my phone, and we were going to burn Naked Twister on camera. But we missed by $25. What do you do? It's bound to happen every once in a while. Thank you guys so much. All right, I think I'm all caught up. Everybody's done their couple of bucks. I'll go ahead and get out of your hair, and we will get ready for the morning show tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central. Of course, now look, Johnny's not going to be here for the morning show tomorrow. All right? That's not a new thing. Johnny is never here on Wednesdays. So when you don't see Johnny tomorrow, don't freak out and ask me if he's dead. We're not going to do that this time. All right? Johnny is fine. Silver Wolf with $20. Oh boy, that's $10 away. Oh shit. $10 away from the goal. Let me get through this goodbye, and then we'll see. We got Gordy on the line and all kinds of other stuff. Hobo with $1 says, burn your fat. Oh, it'll smell so bad. It'll smell so bad. All right, so Johnny's not going to be here tomorrow, and just because he's not going to be here does not mean he's dead. I know he left early today. He wasn't feeling very well. I guarantee you he's still alive. I'm sure he did a show today, and he's good. Do not start tomorrow's show by asking me if Johnny is dead. I promise you he's not. I'm going to do a show tomorrow night. We did miss by $10, so I am going to take off. You guys were starting to rally up quite a bit, so I was hanging around. I was stretching out I was doing a Minnesota goodbye because we were $10 away. But now it really is time to go. I got to there's Rust Belt gifting a membership. All right, we're $5 away from tonight's goal. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But we came up $5 short for tonight. Shit happens. What are you going to do? They can't all be another win for the toe. You gotta lose once in a while so you can have some adversity to face so that you have something to work toward the next time. I will say the morning show ended up about $30 or $40 ahead today. Thank you very much to them. All right, $5 loss. What do you do? It's all on paper anyway. We will talk to you guys again tomorrow at 6. Aaron, are you doing a thing where it's only $5, so you're like, fuck it, I'll stay on a little longer. I'll milk it until we get one more gifted membership or a $5 donation, and then I'll just end up giving the audience what they want anyway. Aaron, is that what you're doing? No, I would never do that in a million years. In no way would I sit here and drag out the last minute or two of a show just because we're $5 away from the goal. That would not only be pathetic, that would be gross. It would be crass commercialism. It would be, it really would belittle the intelligence of your entire audience, and it would just be a gross way. It really would be your pride. It would be your ego is too hurt to miss by $5. You will not miss from the bottom line at the end of the week or the end of the month. $5 is not going to break a goddamn thing. Yeah, I know you're thinking, Aaron, you're just staying on here longer because you don't want to take the ego blow of losing your months-long perfect streak. And so you want to knock out that last $5 so you can say you got to win. No, I would never do that. And in no way would I start to get a little annoyed that you're on to me and that you're not kicking in that last $5 for that reason. And in no way would I sit here and go, maybe this was a mistake and I should have tapped out when we were 35 behind. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being here. I will talk to you again tomorrow morning. Oh, wait a minute. $2 from Crowder Wears Panties. $1 from Silver Wolf says fire. Yeah, fire. All right. So now I guess we're like $2 or $3 away from tonight's goal. Vince with 99 cents. So we're like $1 or $2 away. You know what? I apologize to Rumble. My Rumble chat actually froze on me. And that's why I wasn't able to that's why I wasn't able to see that you guys were still throwing a couple of bucks in. I apologize for that. Okay, but now I mean it. We're like $2 away. Hey, look. We lost by $2. I mean, Gordy's sitting right here. He's dancing. This is like when a little kid has to pee so bad, he's like doing one of these. Like, Gordy desperately needs to go outside. Rust Belt with $2. Oh, well, I guess that means... Hey, guess what, guys? We got ourselves another win for the toe. We knocked out the goal.
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I know that it upsets... I know that people like get bothered or they get like upset or they like attack me for that. That's part of the reason I do it. It's kind of fun. Aspacker with $2.99. Thank you. Hobo Chili says, go die in a hole, fatso. I think he's being kind. I think he's being sweet. My Lost Interest with $1 says, Shameless. It should be the theme song for the show. Shameless. Nobody makes it fun like I do. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to do the naked twister thing, and then I will... oh, no, you know what? First, I'm going to go let Gordy out and grab the tape measure because I do owe you a forehead measurement. Let's fire up the music. I'll go let Gordy out. Come here, bud. No, Gordy, come here. Let's do this forehead measurement thing, then I'll get out of here and we'll do the naked twister deal. Let me make sure that it's on skin. There we go. Down to the eyebrow. So 3 inches from forehead to eyebrow, and then eyebrow to chin is 6 inches. Okay, so the distance from my forehead, my eyebrow to my chin is twice as long as my forehead down to my eyebrow. So it's not that bad. Crowder Wears Panties with $2 says W. It was another win for the toe. I'm very excited about it. And it was never in doubt, really. It was never in doubt. And we pissed off April's missing orgasm as well. So I'm very happy about that. Take it easy, guys.